Yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. I'm Ben Conowitz, and with me as always is my co-host in necessity only, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
I really don't like
I'm going to put that on my resume.
Ugh.
Co-host in necessity.
Can we just put that on your tombstone?
My pizza?
I'm
a meat lovers guy.
This week
in
we've
more
got
ways than one.
Two very special guests, Brad.
Oh.
We've got Mike Flores
Hey.
and first-timer Nate the Lovable Loucks.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you.
He's
Good to hear your voice.
he's on something.
He's also not really on the radio all that often, so we gotta give him a little
push.
You gotta push in the right direction.
Yeah, like
I'm really trying to build a brand here, and you're helping me.
like
kind
a
of
kid
a-
on a tricycle. Like you just got to give him a nudge and then
push it off and steal his tricycle.
Yeah,
I'm
then
trying
he's
to break 100 Twitter followers. Will this get me there?
It will not.
It will not.
Get negative.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get people who unfollow.
Lose. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
But it won't be your fault. It'll be Ben's fault.
It will be my fault.
I guess
That
technically
sounds
it
about
might
right.
be Nate's fault for agreeing to be on the show.
A little bit of Mike Flores' fault,
You're not
and
wrong.
a little bit of Brad's fault, but mainly you for agreeing to be on the show.
Well, let's go.
Guys, we've had a whole fucking pandemic, and we're back. We did an episode. We had a whole episode.
Yeah.
It came out.
We're sorry that episode sounded like shit. We were so anxious to get a new episode off the ground that we recorded, but like Ben's computer broke, and then he had a new one, and we tried to make it work. And one of our friends,
It was very nice.
yes,
And hooked us up, but it still was not.
Yeah,
what
my
we
friend Dave
wanted.
helped us out, but we didn't have the audio settings correct. So if it sounded a little robotronic and weird, like a couple of us were
But
robots,
We're back.
it's fine now because
And you know
Nate
what?
is an
I was gonna
audio
say,
master.
Nate saved
So
our
we're
lives
so
here.
so we're
It's
not
the
going
only
to help.
reason I'm here.
I was gonna say
Let's
nobody
be
wanted
honest.
to
It's
tell
the only
Nate,
reason
but
I'm here.
it's the only reason he's here.
So we're not helping Nate's Twitter followers, but he's helping us with our audio.
Absolutely. Like, hey, is there any way that you'd want to be on the show and also help with the audio?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I phrased
And
it.
now we have to keep this exactly the same. No, we're not going to move
Nobody
anything.
touch it. Nobody
Yeah.
breathe on it. Just keep it the way it is.
We even have you know a lot of people out there when they hear this, if they know podcasts and they know good recording, they're gonna be like, "Why didn't the fuck they have these before?" We have headphones now.
First episode ever that Brad and I
No,
are
no,
listening.
no. Stop it. Stop it. You have two headphones. The
don't-
two guests don't
We
have any.
we have headphones.
I believe Brad did say we have headphones.
Yeah, I didn't say me and Ben and the Chuckle Fucks have headphones.
I mean, I set the headphones up and still don't have a headphone.
to be fair, we could share the headphones.
I don't feel like doing that.
Oh, like one of those kind of 80s like sing
We Are the
along
World.
songs. Yeah, like you get one half.
yeah.
and
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not do that. So, for those of you that might be first-time listeners, this is a movie podcast.
What are you doing here?
We talk about movies. And Brad writes for slashfilm.com, and I like movies, and I've got opinions, bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about stuff. We have a couple guests, and we play some movie games. We'll talk about the latest movies.
And we
we've
go on
seen.
weird tangents
Lots
too.
of weird
If you
tangents.
hear a part of the show that goes on for 10 or 15 minutes and it's not about movies, don't be concerned. It's just how we fuck things up.
Yep, it's just how we we keep the follower and listener count low.
We like to have fun.
low.
Right.
We're gonna talk about the latest movies we've seen. We're gonna talk about some trailers.
Mhm.
Actually, some really freaking great trailers.
Yeah.
This time around, and then we're gonna play some games.
Yeah.
It's Brad's turn to write the games, but he didn't, so I still wrote the games.
Yes.
But you got to come up with the movie theme song.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
It's up to
What?
you. Yeah. That's how
Oh.
it works. Nate, have you ever listened to the show?
Take
that as a
often I've heard it's the #1 show on Parler.
Oh, wow! Wow! That's
It's an honor to be here.
I hate you. Thanks for being on, buddy. By the way, seriously.
Hey,
do
I love you
appreciate
guys.
it.
Is
So-
Parler like a hair salon social
Yep.
media thing?
Yeah, just go
Just
sign
go-
up for it.
Sign up for it and go
Like
post a picture.
I
of
think you'll
having
find your people.
haircut.
I think you'll find your
I
people.
can find a good haircut?
Yeah. Definitely.
All right. I'm looking for something real close to the scalp.
Yeah.
You-
You're gonna find it there.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of military grade haircuts and shorter. is
Okay.
a lot of what you're going to see on Parler.
Good.
A lot of very thin and short mustaches,
Yeah.
centered right in the middle of the lip.
Okay.
Probably that's the only kind of beard stuff they do. Want to edit all that out, or just some of it?
I don't know. Some of it seemed like it was good.
And we're off the air. Sorry. Nate, what is the last movie that you saw? When's the last time you were at the theater? Have you gone to the theater this year?
Yeah,
we
no,
have a
I've been back to the theater. I cannot remember what I saw at the theater. Oh, yes, I do. Free Guy.
You did see that in the theater? Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of Free Guy, nothing's free around here. And the show just wouldn't happen unless we talked about our loyal sponsors.
I try to always skip over the sponsorship part of the segment. I don't like it, and Brad always catches
Who
me.
sponsors this?
This week? I don't know.
A
I don't know,
cavalcade
Nate.
of soft drinks, different kinds of. It's just drinks for the most part. But today, I have changed it up. You know why? Because we're a movie podcast, and you know what people love doing at the movies? Snacking it up.
I do.
I was gonna say, watching
Who doesn't love snacking it up?
When people like doing it at the movies, Mike says, watching movies. I'm
Hey.
like, you know what? I got to agree with you, Mike.
Hey,
I go for the snacks.
Yeah, raise your hand if you like snacking it up
Also,
at the movie theater.
Great,
Nate's got his hand up.
great.
Mike's got his hand
great
up.
visual gag.
Ben, Bailey's got her hand
Oh,
up.
Jesus
Ben's
Christ.
girlfriend
Fine.
Bailey, and now Ben's got his hand up. So everyone here loves snacking it
I
up
really do.
at the movies. So you know what? I'm gonna get out this nice snack.
I'm so mad.
It's a new sponsor of the show. It's Nerds Gummy Clusters. Yeah.
Oh no, that doesn't look.
That
Right.
just that looks like somebody put the coronavirus
Yeah,
in
no,
nerd
that
form.
looks
I'm
like-
here to tell you
That looks like a
that
gummy fell on my
these
kid's floor,
that
and
these
that's what it looks like.
Nerds Gummy Clusters are amazing.
Were they made in Wuhan?
They were not made in Wuhan.
That's it. They look like the coronavirus on the front of that box.
Well, then I guess you're just not having fun.
Oh, does that make you mad though when it comes in a box, but
And
then
it's such
a
a
bag
tiny
as
package.
well?
Yeah, it's a little bit
Joke's on
frustrating.
you. I hate it already.
Hold on, I'm gonna put my mic down because I gotta open this bad boy up. So
Oh boy.
just talk amongst yourself about your favorite movie snacks.
I like popcorn.
I actually do like Raisinets.
No, you don't. Do you really?
Raisinets?
I put Raisinets. Sometimes I'll put them in the popcorn.
Oh, really?
No.
Do you get popcorn every time?
I do.
Do you
See-
put butter in it?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a fat guy.
So
Yeah,
I never saw anyone or any put candy inside of the popcorn until Whiplash. And in Whiplash, Miles Teller's dad, played by Paul Reiser, puts Milk Duds in the popcorn. I was like, oh, that's a fucking great idea. I don't do it with Milk Duds, but lately when I've gone to the movies, I put either Bunch of Crunch in it or peanut M&Ms. And you know what? It makes like for a nice mix of salty and sweet.
Yeah, and you do
I
like
don't
you
agree.
do like
You
things
love
that taste-
combining like
yeah,
everything.
things that taste like
though.
other things. That's
And
your
it's-
whole shtick.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't want it to taste like other things.
We've been talking.
It's just
We've been
a sweet and
talking.
salty
You've got a
combination.
problem.
You have a real problem.
Yeah.
This is actually an intervention.
Surprise.
So let's put.
All right, let's try these Nerds Gummy Clusters,
put these nerds
guys.
away.
Guys, have some here. Yeah, here we go. You got, yeah.
I'll just take one. Thank you.
I don't know if I can control that.
Okay, well that's still on the floor, but that's fine.
All right. Do you want to do
Everyone-
like an ASMR thing?
Everyone
where
just
you're
take a
listening
nice
to me eat
chomp.
it?
Take a nice chomp of these Nerds Gummy Clusters.
I feel like I just got a cavity eating this.
It
I mean,
tastes like nerds that have been wrapped in bubble gum that dissipates
It
immediately.
does. It really does.
but they're gummies with nerds. on them.
Yay.
Yeah, but you really kind of oversold it. If you would have said, you said no, they're not the worst thing, I would have ate it and I'd be like, no, you're right. It's not bad actually.
But instead, he came on like, these are the most fantastic discovery since probably penicillin
Or
and
bread.
sliced bread.
No, I really like them. I used to like Nerds a lot when I was a kid. More recently, I hadn't really like enjoyed them. But like, there's something about the combination of the flavor with the Nerds with the gummy like cluster at the center of it that I really like the mixture of it.
Hey,
They're a little soft. The nerds are a little softer because of the gummy, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
if I would have made a joke about sliced bread getting mold on it, which discovered penicillin, is that too far of a reach?
Yeah, it's
is too far gone?
that's A to D.
You could do it, but you really gotta take us through there.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do it then.
Mike, what do you think about the Nerds Gummy Clusters?
Yeah. I can't get it out of my head what Nate said earlier, which is like, I do feel like just the way they look and feel, and then you put it in your mouth, it's like you dropped gum on the ground, and it happened to roll in like some nerds, and you're like, I'll eat this.
yeah.
If gum on the floor tastes like this, I'm gonna start picking up gum off the floor.
You know what? It does, Brad. All gum on the floor tastes like this.
What?
You should absolutely. It's a dirty little secret we've been keeping from you.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna give it a
Hey,
shot.
Brad, I got a question for you.
Yeah,
Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
You know,
Did you enjoy it?
I actually liked it quite a bit. I think I actually saw it because you told me
did.
it's better than
it
you
had-
think
better
it's
than you
going
think
to
it's
be.
gonna be.
Yeah.
And it really was. It was great. I love Ryan Reynolds, so it's not hard for me to believe that, but it was wonderful.
Sure.
I loved it. I was going to see this weekend Shang-Chi, and I was too tired to go, but I wanted to go there too. So, but I'm back in the theaters. And typically when we go, I take my boys, and it's like us and like 4 other people. So it's usually not very busy when we go.
Michael,
Yeah.
what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Malignant on
Oh.
HBO Max.
What'd you think?
I actually really liked it. I love horror, so it was. I texted you earlier.
Mhm.
I felt like it was original-ish. Like they
Mhm.
pulled some, some of the classic like tropes of like, oh, psychiatrist, is this real, and what's going on? And I really don't. That's not my cup of horror, and so I was kind of like, eh. But then as it kept going and it revealed more of itself, it was like, okay, I'm
It's
on
not your
board.
cup of get out tea.
Can I give a plug for another movie I saw recently that I liked?
Fine. Yes.
I like this movie on Apple TV called Coda. Did anybody else see that?
Yeah, I saw Coda a
I
little
thought
while
it was
ago.
pretty good.
It is very good. It's
Yeah.
it's a little bit saccharine at
Yep,
times, but it's very
totally is.
but
yeah.
it's very well done.
Hate to
What is
interrupt.
it?
What is it?
Yeah.
What is saccharin?
So it was at the Sundance Film
no,
Festival.
what is saccharin?
Oh, like a little like
Sweet.
sentimentally sweet.
Okay, moving on.
It's yeah. So the movie played at
I
Sundance
went in
earlier
not
this year.
expecting anything, and I actually liked it.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's it definitely has like a Sundance indie like
Yep,
you know
totally.
family drama kind of vibe. But yeah, I thought it was very well done. I also appreciated the fact that they actually got deaf actors to play the roles
Totally.
as well.
Yeah.
If you don't know, it's a movie that is about a girl who is part of a deaf family, but she is not deaf and she's very gifted at singing. And there's kind of like just like a conflict between them. and-
Coda literally means children of deaf adults. I think, right? Or-
I didn't know that actually.
yeah,
so.
I think that's where the Coda comes from. It's like an acronym,
which
for
is
something.
clever because it's also a music thing.
So there's like kids that are born to two deaf parents and they're not deaf, and so there's.
I had no idea. I just assumed that it was related to music, but I'm
Nope.
sure it has a double meaning. Because
It might.
Of that,
It might. Yeah. I think it
No,
does.
there's no way that it has the double meaning.
But
The
Uh,
filmmakers definitely didn't do that. And
But I
then
thought it was
when
good.
somebody told them that, they were like, "Oh my god, what did we accidentally do?"
I don't like him when he gets like this.
I know. You've told
Listen,
me.
don't no, just listen. Nate,
We've had a talk before, but
Here's
I,
a- here's-
he
I-
does
Brad,
this.
just
He
one
does
second here,
this.
please. One
This
second.
is who-
Brad,
this
one
is
second.
how he is.
Brad, one
This is
second.
how he
Nate,
is.
Nate. Before you came on the show, and I talked to you, okay, and I said, "Hey,
No.
come on the show. Let's be positive. Okay, let's keep it up. Brad's gonna make fun of me. I need you to have my back." And you said what? You said what? You said I will. Okay, now this is not.
I don't think that happened. If anything, like I have found because I've been seeing Nate a lot more recently.
It's been really.
I
great.
like having him around because he does not relent when it comes to just letting you have it, and it's nice to have that change of pace.
You know what? The whole thing about this that I really don't like is I'm glancing over at my girlfriend, and she's laughing her fucking ass off right now in the corner.
She's having a chuckle fest.
Yeah, and I don't know what to feel right now about all of this.
It's just sometimes you know how you get. Okay. You know how you get sometimes, and. No, speaking
Nate
truth
Loucks.
to power is one of the things I do, and so sometimes I have to say the thing that everyone else is thinking in the room.
First and last time appearance for Nate Loucks.
I
Give
think
him a
Nate
round of
should be on
applause.
all the time. Ben, eat, pray, love. Okay.
Oh.
But no, Coda is great. I also really enjoyed it. It's if you haven't seen it, it's on Apple TV Plus. You should check it out.
Real quick, going back to Malignant.
Yeah.
It's on what streaming service?
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Who's that have in it? I feel like I've been seeing some.
I don't think
commercials.
anybody super
No.
famous is
Okay.
in it. Yeah, but it's
No.
directed by James Wan, who
Did
is
The Conjuring.
did the Conjuring movies and produced
Yep.
Insidious and all that kind of stuff. So, I've heard that it's a bit silly.
Yeah, it gets that's what I kind of liked about it.
Yeah.
Is that at the end, I'm not no spoilers, but at the end it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I've heard the ending is bonkers.
Yeah, it is bonkers, but I was all for it. Because like I said, you're given all these typical horror tropes, so you're like, oh, okay, which one is it going to be? What is it going
Yeah.
to fall into? And then it's just this bonkers ending. You're like, it's none of that, and you're like, okay, I'm down. I mean, it's not the greatest horror movie I've ever seen, but it was definitely enjoyable.
Worth a watch?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's been pretty divisive on in the film Twitter sphere. I've seen a lot of people saying like, "Wow, that was stupid," or a lot of people are like, "Wow, that was crazy," and I loved it. So.
Is the film Twitter sphere the worst group of people that fight over everything?
No, that's on Parlor.
There's some similarities probably. No, there's there are some people in the film Twitter sphere that they just get bent out of shape about everything, and there's a lot of stupid arguments that happen. That's the side you want to steer clear from. But there are some people in the film Twitter sphere who are like good, and it's nice to follow them and get genuine discourse.
Like any kind of pocket of the internet, you can fall into that trap of like you find the people that can't enjoy, let's say, the Fast and the Furious movies for what they are,
Yep.
right? It's just it's either all art house and pretentious and like everything has to be serious and a comedy has to be a nuanced indie for it to be funny, and you can't find Step Brothers, let's say, hilarious or something like that. But there are plenty of people that I've seen just through your lens on that, because I'll go follow you down the rabbit hole when you get into conversations with people. And there are plenty of people that are extremely intelligent about all film and are also allowed to laugh at Anchorman, let's say.
Yeah, because I feel like you also have to, like, it's all contextual, right? What is this film? Who is this film made for? Like, what is it for? You know, like, what audience is it for? And stop, like, grading and judging films as if they, you know, were submitted to Sundance and really they were made for my 7-year-old boy, right? Like, to enjoy at a theater.
Yes and no, because, like, one thing I will say is, like, the thing that frustrates me the most that is, I don't remember if I talked about this on the last episode of the podcast or if it was some other thing that I was on that I was talking about, but the one thing that I get frustrated with about my job is that sometimes people assume, like, because I'm not necessarily a film critic. Like, I've written reviews, but I would never call myself a film critic.
Neither would I.
See,
Hi-oh.
that's why. But like, a lot of people assume that, like, if you're a film critic or you see a lot of movies and you're reviewing them, that you automatically think everything should be like an Oscar movie, and like, so like when I tell people I didn't like something, they're like, well, it's not going to win any Oscars. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it wins any Oscars. I didn't like it, you know. And so,
even
like,
contextually for what it was, I didn't like
exactly.
It.
And so, but I also think that, like, I also don't like the idea of giving leeway to a movie, like, because it's something that is, like, intended for kids, because I've seen so much good stuff intended for kids.
Secret Life of Pets is dog shit, and the Lego movie is not.
Right.
And they're both intended to be a kids movie.
Yeah.
So why is that?
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
so,
the
and so, like,
conversation that I like to have.
I think, like, sometimes kids movies, like, people, adults especially, automatically assume low hanging fruit. It doesn't need to impress me, but guess what? It can, and when it does, it's awesome. You know, Pixar does this 90% of the time. DreamWorks Animation, not so much. But yeah, so, like,
I'll say it. I like The Good Dinosaur. I didn't dislike The Good.
I didn't hate The Good Dinosaur either. Actually,
It's just like it's not as good as their other stuff.
It's not as good as The Great Dinosaur.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing. God damn it, Mike.
But yeah, so, like, the one thing that I think that you're right about, though, is, like, I think that people need to stop grading a movie based on their expectations. Like, if the movie isn't what you want it to be, that's not their fault. That's your fault for not letting the movie be what it is and just, like, rating it on that scale, you know?
Are you just looking at me because I don't like The Witch?
The Vivitch?
The Vivitch? Because of that exact reason?
I mean, that's one of the things.
Why I don't like that movie.
That's one of the things that, like, is always frustrating, is how much he's like, well, it's not what I thought it was gonna be. What I thought it was gonna be such a scary
If it's
movie.
the film's fault that it did not meet your expectations,
It's the film's marketing that made it so bad for me, because they said,
But
like,
you got to remember,
they just kept going, like, Stephen King says this is the scariest movie he's ever seen, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this. I didn't realize it's an A24 New England art house film.
was that Anya Taylor-Joy's, like?
Yeah, her big breakthrough. But you got to remember, like, the marketing for movies is meant to get people into theaters,
And then to be disappointed. Get it?
I kind of get what Ben's saying too, though. Like, you do need to, like,
whole shtick.
Yeah, exactly.
the only thing I know about the movie at that time is what you're telling me through your
for sure.
promos, right? And so
I don't disagree.
And that one in particular, I felt like the marketing really set it up one way.
But we talked about this before, and I think that it's the idea of what is scary to you, because I genuinely think The Witch is a scary movie, but it's in an unsettling, subtle kind of form.
So if they would have said in the marketing, you know, Stephen King thinks this is a very scary movie, like,
but he does think that,
Hold
though.
on, but
Yeah,
also
so are you
with,
calling Stephen King a liar?
Yes, they say Stephen King thinks this is a terrifying movie because and then, like, go into why, like,
So
it's haunting.
So you want them to read, like, an essay to you?
No.
in the trailer.
I just
on the
wanted to
poster.
Critics are saying The Witch is a very haunting film. The subtlety of the camera work and
The nuance in there, you know?
Oh boy.
No.
Yeah, no.
Life is a great disappointment to you, isn't it?
Because how did you just describe it? Haunting, unsettling.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah, but that's not what
words.
that's not
Well, that's not what
that's
Stephen King said.
though.
And
You can't-
the idea is that Stephen King did say that. People know that Stephen King is the master of suspense, and so when you hear Stephen King throw praise at a movie, people want to go see it.
I just feel like it
can't also
needs to
say
be
that,
so
though?
blatantly obvious for Ben. It needs to be like Stephen King thinks it's, terrifying, but you might not.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mike. Yes. Yeah, but that's his own personal opinion, and we're not sure if everybody will agree.
So don't be mad if you aren't
We
liking this.
also think he's pretty good most times as well. But then there was Maximum Overdrive wasn't his best.
Or maybe what they'll do is when they say, like, Peter Travers says it's the best movie of the year, but this guy at the playlist says, I don't think so.
So come and
Take
find
that
out
as
for
you will.
yourself.
That's what is always implied by the trailers, though. That's like me saying I didn't like that movie, but before every time I say that, I have to say, in my opinion, I don't think the movie's very good. It's implied that that's my opinion.
It is true. If it wasn't your opinion, you wouldn't be writing it.
Exactly.
Come see the movie that Stephen King said made him piss his pants. With laughter, we don't know.
But John Carpenter said, I fucking hate it.
But John Carpenter said, "Who are you? Get off my
Get out of my
Get out
house."
of my house." All right.
So you really didn't like The Witch?
Because of the false expectation. I'm sure if I was going to see it again, and knowing that it's an A24, and knowing that like I love Hereditary, I love Midsommar, because I knew what those movies were going into.
I just saw Midsommar the other day.
It's brilliant.
It is good.
I love that movie.
I think it's scary.
Yeah.
It is. It's also unsettling.
And so is
Yeah,
Hereditary.
I think scary in an unsettling way.
Someone's breathing into the mic for heavily. Hey, guys. I think it's Michael Myers.
Michael Flores Myers. It is weird having headphones because you got to get course correct that kind of stuff in the
Yeah.
middle.
That's fun. I don't know if I'll cut that out. Maybe we'll see.
Leave it.
So Mike just said the last movie you saw. Ben, what's the last movie you saw?
I think it is him.
Hey, by the way, I thought you said the last movie we saw in the theater.
Oh no, because I wanted to see if you'd gone to the theater.
Oh,
and then
'cause
you
that
brought
was-
up another movie you had wanted
Okay,
us to
but
talk
I've
about
seen
as
some other movies.
Coda,
But yeah,
you know.
but go ahead.
Was Coda the last movie?
I just
you'd
feel
seen?
like you just Stephen King me, and you asked me a question, and now you're giving a different expectation for this.
The question is typically what's literally the last movie you saw.
Yeah.
So what was that for you?
And not like a snippet of it.
Yeah, like what's the last movie you saw front
Like
to
the last
back?
full movie you saw. Yeah.
No, I'll just go with what
I just want to be clear.
I'm
'cause
done.
Ben messed it up.
I'll go with what I already went with. That's fine.
Doesn't bother me. No, really, what was the last movie you saw?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, see, that's why. See, exactly. So now do you want to go back? Huh? Okay. Well, Dan's driving the car. What is the last movie I saw? Was it Spider-Verse? Did we end up watching that front to back the other night? Oh, Jack Reacher.
The first one?
Rewatched the original Jack Reacher film
Okay.
with the Timothy Cruise.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me? First Jack Reacher's great. Second Jack Reacher sucks.
Piece
Oh,
of
absolutely,
shit, dog
absolutely.
shit. Maybe
100%.
one of the biggest fall-offs from original to sequel that there have been.
By the way, I've never seen either of those films, but you told me that the other day.
That's right. I was here.
I don't like this.
He's right, though.
Hoisted by my own petard.
It's very true, though.
No, you're right. And by you being right, I'm right. Wait, I'm the one that said that to you. Yeah.
What's the last?
I had a great point.
What's the last new movie you saw?
The last new movie
Like
I
as
saw,
in new to you, like that you hadn't seen before.
Last new to me movie. I mean, Shang-Chi.
Did you like
Okay.
it? Did you love it?
Yeah, I think it's really good. It's
Wait, really good or like it was great?
It's really good.
Okay.
It's I would say that the third act suffers a little bit from the traditional Marvel CGI extravaganza, but it is done in a very visually stylistic and like pleasing way because of how it weaves in fantasy elements and stuff from Asian cinema, influences. But it's a great origin story. It's the first one in a long time that really feels like it could stand alone without forcing connections to the MCU. Like obviously there are little tidbits here that connect it to the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it feels like it works on its own, like just like if it were a Phase 1 movie, like the original Iron Man.
I think we said this on the radio show the other day that the thing I really liked about it was it fit right into the timeline, even though there's been so much that's happened obviously in the MCU. It didn't feel shoehorned in.
Yeah, I mean it kind of works because with Avengers Endgame. Bringing everybody back with the blip and that 5-year gap, it's almost kind of like you have a fresh, clean slate in a way to start with. Where you have some of the characters that are sticking around, but you have all these new superheroes that you're bringing into the fray now too. And Shang-Chi fits into that very well. And Simu Liu, the guy that plays him, he's fantastic. He's a bona fide star, like right from the get-go. He's just very charismatic, and he's a great action star too. The action in the movie is particularly great. It's
Especially
the
like
fight choreography is
getting
awesome.
that third act because of CGI, whatever. It's still art. It's still crazy good. But the physical stuff that they choreographed on like the first two acts of that movie is just some of the best stunt choreography I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, really good stuff, like John Wick level fight stuff. I
Very
would
good.
say. The last movie I saw was.
Didn't ask, but okay.
Sure.
What was the last movie I saw?
See, it's hard, Nate. It's hard to think about.
I just watched something at home, didn't I?
I don't know.
See, he will edit all this out. It'll be fine.
That sounds about right.
I will. Hold on. I'm seriously having like a brain fart right now.
Watch Tommy Boy on the way over here.
I saw a movie recently too. Here is truly the last new movie I saw, The Mighty Orphans, with Luke Wilson and Martin Sheen.
What's that about?
It's set in like the 20s. It's a true story about a football team, high school football team in Texas that was, like back 100 years ago, they had orphanages in America still. And they had like schools, like, just full schools of kids that were orphans. And this is about an orphanage in Texas in the 20s. And Luke Wilson is the coach of the team. And Martin Sheen, rather, not Charlie. It's been a whole different movie with Charlie. Martin Sheen is the doctor / assistant coach. I actually kind of liked it. It was good.
I saw the trailer for that, and it looked like it kind of hit the same.
Saccharine, there was still some of that.
It was a very traditional sports drama.
Movie, but it was good. I liked it.
Right on. I just remembered the last movie that I saw. Finally, it took me fucking ever. The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
That's right.
Yeah,
I wanted to see that.
So it's a movie that's about Tammy Faye Baker and her husband and their famous rise as televangelists and then fall from grace, both literally and figuratively, because of.
You happy? You were pretty happy with that?
I was pretty pleased.
Did you use that line in your review?
I didn't actually. I didn't review this actually. Our Slash Films chief film critic Chris Evangelista reviewed it because he saw it at TIFF, but I watched it because I interviewed director Michael Showalter, who also wrote They Came Together and created Wet Hot American Summer, and he also directed The Big Sick, which I love and I know Ben loves because I made him watch it.
Do you assign the stories to the ones that kind of sound like your last names?
What?
Like, what's the guy that reviewed it for you guys?
Chris Evangelista? Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Is it though?
I see what you did there.
Yeah. That's why I get to review so many movies about men.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed the movie. It's when I was interviewing Michael Showalter, I mentioned he mentioned that some of his influences came from Paul Thomas Anderson, who directed like Boogie Nights and Magnolia and Punch Drunk Love. And I was glad he said it because when I was watching it, it gave me a vibe that was kind of like a more subdued religious version of Boogie Nights, because there's like the sexual tension and like comedy that runs through it, but it's obviously based around Tammy Faye Baker and what's her husband's name? I'm trying. Jim Baker, and their relationship and all these things that run through it. But then like just the presentation of it really just gave me that kind of vibe. And it's the performance of Jessica Chastain in particular is incredible as Tammy Faye Baker. I don't know if the movie is necessarily Oscar worthy because I really like it, but it's
her performance.
Her performance definitely is. I could easily see her getting a Best Actress nomination for sure. The movie itself, it feels a little formulaic for what it is. Like, it doesn't necessarily do anything new or doesn't have anything necessarily bold to say, but it's done well enough that it's entertaining and engaging.
Tammy Faye Baker is this really interesting character, though, right? Because she's got like you said, they were kind of like these first predecessors to like all of the mega church televangelism stuff, but then like later it became like almost like a gay icon as well.
That's what's cool about her is even though she was this hardcore televangelist and very religious, is she was very bold and like groundbreaking in the sense of that she was one of the people among the religious right and these conservative people to be very accepting of the of gay people
because they had money too.
Well, no, this was just like during the AIDS crisis, because everyone was like keeping them at a distance and like talking about how it's sinful and this is like what they get and that kind of thing. But she, embraced the community and even interviewed a prominent gay pastor on her show, and like she got flack for it.
And this was at the time when everyone, not just the religious community, was pushing against it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's Tammy Faye Baker. It's what I like about this is it's kind of if you've only known Tammy Faye Baker from the headlines and like the satire and the salacious tabloids, you kind of understand that she was just caught up in this mess and that she has like a very genuine heart and like what she believes. And
Jim Baker's trash, but I don't know if she was.
Yeah, exactly. I think that she was just caught up in this, and she has a very, very pure heart, and like the way that she carries herself it's definitely unique and flamboyant, but I feel like she was somebody who really like did genuinely love what she did, did good things with her faith and with religion.
The only thing that I knew about her other than obviously televangelism, Jan Hooks.
Yeah.
was on SNL
Mm-hmm.
with just this really shitty makeup running down her face because she was always crying.
Well, so
That's all I knew about.
And so you know what's funny about this, and Michael Showalter mentioned this when I interviewed him too, is that he says everybody knows Tammy Faye Baker because of the comedic portrayal of her, and like they picture her with like mascara running. It's like, but the thing about Tammy Faye Baker is she didn't have mascara like that. She had like it was waterproof, and so that never happened. Like she was smart enough because that's like she was obsessed
like
with
George
makeup.
Bush's strategery. He never really said
Right.
that, but it became the thing.
Oh, he said it.
Oh, he said it. But yeah, so that's a good movie. It's in only in theaters right now. I feel like it'll probably end up streaming sometime in the near future.
That was going to be a follow-up question: is can we stream it? But no, it's
Not
in theaters
yet.
only.
But I would imagine sooner than later, probably, because a lot of movies have been coming to VOD sooner than usual lately.
Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Oh boy.
Okay.
You guys want some more Nerds Gummy Clusters?
No, I don't actually at all. And
I was
you know what?
picking it up off the ground.
I've got dry mouth right now because of that. I think I might have to pause and actually go get a drink.
I'm gonna have some more Nerds Gummy Clusters.
I got the beatus.
I got the beatus. I'm Walter Brimley.
Walter Brimley?
Shit.
Is it his brother who's still
Yeah,
alive?
he's still alive.
You
And
got
he
to keep
also
that
has
in. Got to keep
diabetes.
that one in.
Brad, what trailer do you want to talk about first? We saw 4 today.
Mm-hmm. We saw the trailer for 4. Let's watch the trailer that we watched first.
Let's watch the trailer we watched first.
Let's talk about the trailer we watched first. The West Side Story. Or West Side Story. Is it the West Side Story or West Side Story? Doesn't matter. Cleaner without the.
I think it's just West Side Story.
It's just
Probably.
West Side Story.
It's Steven Spielberg presents West Side Story.
The Side, the story. Anyway, Steven Spielberg is remaking this classic musical, a huge musical, won Best Picture. It is iconic, huge on the stage as well. And Steven Spielberg, my old buddy, is remaking
Senor
it.
Spielbergo.
Yeah, Senor. He's
As I
remaking
call
it.
him personally.
Have you guys seen the original West Side Story?
I have.
I have not.
Okay. And Ben, I don't care. Mike,
Yep.
Nate, what do you think about the original?
I haven't seen it, so you
It's
shouldn't
classic.
care.
You gotta love it. It's something.
Do you have to love it because it's
Well-
classic, or do you love it because it's good?
I love it because it's good.
Okay.
Same. I'm a musical nerd, so I actually do like musicals. So
Mike, you used to do
and it's
show choir.
fantastic.
I did.
Did
a
you
lot of jazz
have you ever
hands.
performed any?
A lot of jazz.
West Side
Hey, any
Story
box
songs?
steps.
That's all we did. that was the only choreography I think they ever taught us was a box step in like jazz square, and which was just the same thing. And
It sounds
With a little
the
bit of pizzazz.
right, a little extra
know what's
hand
going on.
motions. The weird part is, actually,
Ben
it drives me
plays
nuts. Is
basketball.
country line dancing. Like you watch all these people do country line dancing, and it is just a jazz square or a box step. That's all it is, and they're just kicking some extra legs, and it just gets so frustrating.
Well,
'cause
they got their
it's-
shit kickers on, and their
I guess that would make
10-gallon
sense.
hats,
Yeah.
and their belt buckles.
right.
Boot scooting boogieing.
Yeah, see,
Right.
it's different.
And maybe I'm not a fan of it because it's the opposite of West Side Story. So.
That's why you don't like line dancing.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to get it back to the West Side Story. I don't want to go on a tangent of like I just don't like country music, and
Oh, I don't either.
I don't want to come across as a hater. So
I'll tell people every day that I hate country music.
I like country music. I listen to bro country now. I do. I have for a few years now.
What's bro country?
Like Florida, Georgia.
Like
Line.
honky tonk
Do you
badonka
really
donk.
listen to country?
Like sometimes it's just really because it's really simple music, and so I'll put it on in the background when I'm doing work because I don't have to. I'm not paying attention to the lyrics. I'm just.
Is it because you're slowly becoming a construction bro?
a construction bro?
Yeah.
No.
My eyes are squinting at you right now because I just hate this idea of just like picturing you in the truck and baby you were sound.
No, not that. I don't listen to it.
That's Florida Georgia Line.
No, not in the truck. I listen to it at work when I'm doing invoicing and stuff, just to something background noise because it's really it's not distracting.
Every other genre of music is distracting to you.
Normally, if I listen to rap, a lot of times I'll start listening to the
He
lyrics.
gets up and he starts like waving
Yeah,
his arms
that's
around.
what I do.
Yeah,
Yep, that's what happens.
pointing at the ground,
Yep.
throwing bottles on the ground.
Okay. I don't know what you think rap music is, but
I don't know where this is going. But
You've never seen rappers.
throwing bottles on the ground.
You've never seen rappers throw bottles on the ground before? Have you ever watched a music video? Jesus, they do it all the time.
What rap songs are you watching where they're throwing bottles on the ground?
Bottle drop,
The Bottle Drop, the
Yeah.
anthem by Lil Jon?
right?
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard
And
that.
not Lil Jon, Little John.
Little John.
Yes.
From Robin Hood.
walking through the forest, Little John.
He's not actually Little John from Robin Hood, but that's where he takes his name from.
I both love and hate where this is going.
Oodle lolly, golly, what a day.
So that's interesting. So
Now I really wanted them to turn the Disney Robin Hood into a rap now.
Mm-hmm.
Rappin' Hood. No? Ben's angry. So wait, you haven't seen the original West Side Story. So what do you think about the?
Have you seen it like in theater or in stage on the stage or anything? Do you know anything about West Side
and
Story?
I'm not.
Do you know anything?
Are you cultured?
Is this the one with the sharks and the jets?
Yes.
Yes.
That was kind of a semi-joke because I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not
It
sure.
is.
So I don't want to come across like I hate musicals. I don't hate musicals. I actually do like going to Broadway shows with Bailey and seeing stuff in Chicago. It's awesome. And so I'm not against it. I liked La La Land. I like, I don't know.
Hamilton.
Moulin Rouge.
Hamilton's amazing.
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, so when those came out and I watched Moulin Rouge in Chicago, I've seen them all, all those, and I like them. It's not something I'm going to throw back on.
Right.
This is also something I'm not going to see in the theater, probably. It's Spielberg, so that's a little bit more of
Right. That's what I was going to say is like, yeah, does that convince you more?
It does. It really does. So In the Heights with Lin-Manuel Miranda. I haven't seen that, but it's on my list because I definitely want to check it out.
I really liked it. I know it didn't do real well in the box office.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed it. I was
I
really
really
disappointed to see
enjoyed
that it didn't do well.
So why do you think that is? Were people expecting the next Hamilton? Because
I think it was
kinda like-
early in the pandemic, starting to go back to the theater a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
I think that. I also think that it's the kind of movie where now, because so much more is available at home, and because of the pandemic, and because it was available on HBO Max, as part of Warner Brothers
what
deal.
did critics think?
It got
Yeah, the
very
reviews are
good,
pretty
very
good.
good reviews.
Yeah.
So it is a longer movie, so that might have kept people from
Did
going
you
to
see it,
theaters
Mike?
as well.
I did not. It's again, it's on my list to see because I love musicals. So
Yeah, it's very good. I would say that you could probably cut 15 to 20 minutes of it. But
it's hard though because it's so much music, and people that are fans of the musicals, they don't want you to cut any of the songs out. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So, but the music is great. Performances are outstanding.
So who?
Anthony Ramos is going to be a star, I think.
The original. It was originally a stage play.
Yeah.
Or sorry, a stage musical.
Yes.
And who wrote that?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No, oh, sorry. I'm going back to
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Oh.
I apologize.
It's Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a Sondheim musical. So that makes me now more interested because I knew it was famous. I just didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
So
And like the most probably the most famous thing about it is that it is essentially, at the time that it was made, was a modern retelling of Romeo and Juliet with songs in musical form. So it's like the idea of these two star-crossed
Save the
lovers.
Last Dance.
I mean, kind of,
Yeah.
but not really. It's it's like it's these star-crossed lovers who are from very different worlds, and they fall in love with each other, but their communities and their families try to keep them apart. And
it deals a lot with like in written at a time obviously where racial conversations were a little different. It deals a lot with race. It deals a lot with New York culture and things like that are having, I think, conversations in the time that were. I mean, they're just as important now, but they were very important then. And
Yeah,
so
I
it
mean,
wasn't
that's-
just a song or a song and dance thing. It was having a larger cultural conversation within the musical as well.
that's one of the things that I think I'm interested in, is because I would have thought that when Steven Spielberg said he was doing this, that it would have been a more contemporary movie, but it is set essentially during the time in
It
which
looks
the
beautiful.
original movie
it looks really beautiful
came out.
'cause
But
it looks, like it's set in the
Have you read-
1950s New York City.
But
Have
I
you read
want-
anything about why he chose to do that?
I haven't, but just because they haven't started that part of
Sure.
marketing cycle yet. I'm sure
When you interview him, will you ask him that?
gosh, if I get to interview Steven Spielberg, I'll shit my pants.
I thought you were hanging out with him.
Yeah, he's your
What was
friend.
his nickname?
Well, he's my
Senor Spielberg.
Senor Spielbergo is like that. Well, that's when he's like not working. When he's
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Of course.
it's different. He
Of
puts on his
course.
director hat, and you got
So that's when Brad Oman hangs out with Steven Spielberg. When Ethan_Anderton interviews Steven Spielberg,
Right.
that'll be a more professional setting.
exactly. It's different than when Bradford Oman hangs out with Senior Spielbergo.
Moving the fuck
But
on.
no, but I do. I wanted to say is that I wonder because it's set in that setting, what else he has to say, like to what makes it more relevant to today's
So
you
rather
know,
than
culture
just a
and society.
shot-for-shot remake,
Right,
You know,
exactly.
yeah, okay.
I heard Stephen King said it was terrifying.
It's now set in New England.
Speaking of terrifying,
There's a goat.
we watched the trailer for a movie called Moonfall,
He's so-
and there's nothing more terrifying than the moon falling to Earth. This
And also, okay, so let me just right off the bat.
Uh-huh.
My very favorite thing about this trailer so far is in 2022. Like, it's going to happen next year.
Yeah.
This is not some
well,
far-
to be fair, they're not saying that that's when the moon is going to fall to Earth. That's when the movie comes out.
I mean, it made it look like it was set in 2022.
Do you understand how
did
trailers
you
work?
really think that it was coming like the movie was set in?
Yeah,
2022?
that's how I.
Oh,
So
bad.
so when Jurassic
Oh,
World came
bad.
out, you're like, holy shit, they're bringing dinosaurs back next year.
Yes. Like in 2022,
Can't
the
believe
moon
it.
is coming.
I know
to
this
Earth.
didn't work out 20 years ago, but let's do it again.
Thank you.
We're
Yes,
back.
We're back.
Moonfall is a new movie by
What year is it set in?
I don't know. What do I look like, a fucking movie doctor?
2022, because you don't know, because the trailer didn't say in 2049. It said in 2022.
Most trailers don't say what year the movie is set in.
2012 did.
No, because it wasn't even set in 2012.
I wasn't.
No,
No, that's
Most
false
sure-
marketing.
most
That is
surely was.
false marketing.
it came out in 2009 though.
Yes, and it was.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But are you guys as happy as I am to see Samuel Tarly working again?
What?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, did you see that?
Game of Thrones reference.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
John
okay,
Bradley
yeah,
is working.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I have forgotten more Game of Thrones names than I have remembered.
You edit that out.
Nope, that's
You know what?
saying in.
I have forgotten.
That's
more
me being
things about
stupid.
movies than I've remembered.
It wasn't meant to be a
That
joke.
is
I just
so
couldn't figure out
deep.
how to end that sentence properly. Moonfall.
The gulp in between it really helped it too.
The sequel to Skyfall, the new James Bond, Moonfall,
Stop it! You made that joke before we started recording, and it's bad.
and it's gold.
He recycled it. He recycled it.
That's not all he recycles.
Yeah, we recycle gutters.
Yeah, they're pretty good about it. So Moonfall is directed by Roland Emmerich, who directed Independence Day, The Day After Tomorrow, 2012, all your favorite The World Is Ending
Independence Day,
movies.
Resurrection.
It's called Resurgence. Respect the movie.
I'm not going to. It was not worth respecting.
I visited the set of that movie, and I don't respect it.
I watched it for the first time probably a month and a half ago. It was awful.
It's real bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. Anyway, from the same director, crazy. This is
This is the kind of
I'm
bonkers shit I
honestly
love.
excited to see
No,
this
me too.
movie. It looks like crazy, ridiculous, dumb blockbuster shit that I will sit in a theater and
Absolutely.
eat all the popcorn.
Absolutely. This is what
And
I
Nerds Gummy Clusters.
I hope this is the movie that I wanted Geostorm to be.
Right.
Because Geostorm was bad.
Yeah.
And not so bad that it's good, just bad.
Just whatever.
This is looking like it has the ability to be laughably either bad or awesomely weird. I'm all on board.
Did you guys see his movie Midway? Because that wasn't very good.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't
not.
see it
So
either.
I'm hoping.
But that wasn't a world-ending movie.
wasn't.
It's just
No,
just
so
a
maybe
that's
war
the problem.
drama.
That's
you,
the problem.
yeah, stick
Who
to the thing you're
cares?
good at.
Yeah.
Stick to the thing you're good at.
Exactly.
Stay in your
Is he
lane,
good at
Roland.
that,
What?
though? Is he good at that though?
I mean,
Independence Day was great.
I would say 2 out of 4.
So half the time?
Yeah,
Because he's made more than 4 movies, right?
maybe.
Are you
When,
sure
no,
about
when we're talking about the world-ending stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I think it's only 4. Maybe there's more. I don't know what else Roland Emmerich has directed.
You want to keep rhyming?
He did Godzilla, 1998.
Oh,
Godzilla.
that's right. So
did-
yeah.
Did he
So never
really?
mind. He's 3 for 5.
You know what else he
You
did?
say that's a good
And
one?
You
That's-
might.
yeah.
Here's the thing I will
You
say.
might not
no.
like it, but I did. He did The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
The Patriot's all right. Godzilla is a bad movie, but I really like it for how stupid and like just silly it
The
is.
that just-
1998 Godzilla.
Yeah.
But is that just
it's
nostalgia because you were in high school?
No, and I wasn't even in high school then. I was in middle school.
That's right. I was in high school then.
Yeah.
I'm
so
old.
Young. He's so
No,
young.
I
you
just
baby.
I
There's
just
so much of this world you haven't seen yet.
you young child. I've seen more movies than you'll ever forget about.
I was like,
I've seen more movies
I see what you were trying to do there, Brad.
ever. Gulp.
Gulp. Eesh. Sorry, I got a Nerds Gummy Cluster stuck in my throat. So yeah, so Moonfall.
Whatever. Mike,
Hope-
will you see this movie?
No, and
I will not either.
I
It
feel-
doesn't. It's not my thing.
the only
right?
thing I want to know, just because you made that Skyfall joke, what other things could fall out of the sky and you can make a movie about?
I mean,
Rain.
they're hard rain. They already did it.
It's not called Rainfall though, is
Yeah,
it?
It should have been. Oh man. Oh.
Missed opportunity.
Really missed.
There's
Hail-
there's got to be a movie called Rainfall.
They're better. Oh, and then the sequel, Hailfall,
Mm-hmm.
Snowfall.
Tornado Fall.
Snowfall, about the world's deadliest blizzard.
Fall.
Leaf fall. Leaf fall.
Deadliest autumn.
Fall, where a genetic mutation makes the leaves on the trees giant, and they all fall and cover the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just called The Happening.
Or all of the waterfalls are replaced by leaves.
What?
Leaf. Fall. Fall. Autumnal colors on a waterfall.
Man, I'm sorry.
I was promised more than this. Stephen King.
Things that my
said
mom
this
says
was going
every
to
day.
be the greatest podcast I've ever been on.
Stephen King's full of shit.
So we're gonna be in theaters next February, I think it is, and
Which one?
Moonfall,
Oh, it
and
is.
hopefully,
It comes out in 2022. They should have said that.
hopefully we won't have to be doing private screenings by February. Maybe we'll be able to go and just sit around with whoever the fuck's there and not worry about it.
That'd be cool.
Let's hope we're also past the point of saying that it's going to come out in February 2022, and it doesn't, because I'm so tired of
That's true.
looking forward to movies and they don't come out.
Speaking of you, Maverick, been looking forward to you for 2 years.
That movie came out back in like 1997.
Not the
Mel Gibson,
Maverick.
James Garner, Jodie Foster. It is.
It was great. Yeah,
No, it's a good
it's
movie.
fine, it's
I'm
fine.
not talking about that Maverick. I'm talking about the Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer epic Top Gun sequel, Maverick.
Okay.
You guys didn't want to talk about Mel Gibson? And
Hey, you know what else I saw? Val. That was good. It was very heartbreaking.
Oh, the documentary about Val Kilmer?
Yeah, did you see that?
No, I've heard it's good though.
It's
and
heartbreaking.
It's on my list.
Didn't know that's what Val
Is it-
Kilmer was going through.
Is it streaming?
It's available on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about Halloween Kills?
Let's move right on to whatever Ben wants to talk about, I guess.
Just trying to keep the flow of the movie.
Ready to get us out of his house,
What?
clearly.
Just trying to get the flow of the movie show going over here.
This is a professional podcast.
We watched the trailer for Halloween Kills. It came out today.
Okay, can I say something? The beginning of it's my turn to say something. Okay? All right, let me clear my throat here. So the beginning of that trailer had the worst kid acting I've seen. It was like, hey, what's going on? This like scared lady, and the kids are like, and this guy wanted to play like tag with us.
Well, they're probably like just fucking eating tons of candy, and so
And
they're
I'm like,
just higher than a kite.
hey, like, can you not redo that scene because that wasn't even good acting? And B, who sees Michael Myers wanting to play tag with them? And they're like, we don't want to play tag.
It is very strange also that they were very nonchalant.
That's what I'm saying. They're just swinging, and it was like,
Well, it's
It
Halloween.
seemed very night too. Like it was night.
Here's the thing: it's
Guy with a big knife and a mask is on.
Well,
and
but
they're
that's
like,
so-
oh, he wanted to play tag. He's cool.
There was a very tall guy with a white mask on over there.
And blood everywhere.
blood everywhere.
But that's the thing, though, is you have to. First of all, he doesn't have any blood on his mask. It's Halloween. You see somebody like that, you're like, oh, they're in a Halloween costume. Plenty of people are doing tricks and treats out there, and so the kids aren't going to be scared
No,
about
they
that kind of
will
thing.
be scared.
And
Incorrect. There was
no.
some-
And in this movie universe, Michael Myers isn't a thing. So no one kid sees that and be like, oh, fucking Michael Myers is here. Let's go. They're like, it's just
Don't
fucking a
care.
weirdo in
Don't
the
care.
mask.
You see Michael Myers.
The murders just happened that same night.
Disagree.
So those kids haven't heard
Disagree,
about it yet.
Because here's the opposite take, where you're
right take.
as a kid, your senses of fright are enhanced.
Not on Halloween.
Yes, they are.
No.
Because your friends are always trying to like get you, and you're always your heightened sense of everything's more scary. Oh, and so if you see that, you're freaking each other out.
No, if you were with your Chuckle Buddy friends in the fucking park, you had bags of candy, you're just sitting there swinging, you see it's Halloween night, you see some guy in a white mask, you think, oh no, someone's just fucking around.
No, the exact opposite. I would be like, oh my god, there's somebody gonna kill us, because that's what Halloween's all about, is getting scared.
I agree
Right.
with Ben. Ben's right.
But he's not. He's just playing hide and seek. He's just hiding and popping
Why
back
is
up.
Michael Myers playing hide
Yeah,
and
why
seek?
is Michael Myers?
He's a fucking creep, man.
Did you
He had a
just turn
scarred
in-
childhood, all right?
Yeah, you just turned into like some 1970s informant. He's a creep, man.
I'm telling you.
man.
Why
I'm
won't
telling you.
anybody listen
I'm
to
doing
me?
my
Why
stuff,
won't
man.
anybody listen to me?
Michael Myers is a creep, man.
Like shake a cigarette.
Yeah.
My
Man, you don't know, man. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've seen, man. Michael Myers is a creep, man.
Sounds like someone's played tag with Michael Myers.
I'm so excited for this movie.
No,
I really loved Halloween
Outside of
2018.
that, I loved the trailer. That part.
Well, so we talked about this before we started recording. You have to see Halloween 2018.
I do.
And it's so good because it's a sequel
it
that
picks up.
it wipes the canon of all the sequels except for, and it picks up 40 years after the events of the first movie.
And
So
Halloween H2O.
no, Halloween H2O doesn't count either. Idiot. Sucks. I hate when he does this. So wrong.
What about Halloween Resurrections?
Just
Busta Rhymes.
bust a rhyme. I'm excited for the sequel. The crazy thing is though, is they shot 2 sequels back to back. So there's another Halloween movie that is already slated to come out next year.
Spoilers. Now we know that they definitely don't kill Michael
is
Myers.
Jamie Lee Curtis in both of them?
So if she survives this one, that's the thing.
Oh, but they didn't tell you?
Don't even say that I said survives.
I wasn't going to.
Your look on your face
You
is like
guys
you're gonna make
stop
fun of
it.
me.
See,
You're
this
gonna
is
make
what
fun of me.
Wow.
This is what happens.
Piece of
to you
shit.
two.
Did you take your nap today?
I hadn't had a chance to. I love the Halloween movies. Even some of the bad ones I really enjoy, and I'm so excited. I hope we're gonna be in theaters for this one, even if we have to do a fucking private screening because
They did say it's coming to what, HBO?
it'll be on.
HBO
It'll
Max.
also be on
Peacock.
Peacock. It'll be on
That's
Peacock. Because Universal owns Peacock, and so they're
Well, let's see if the movie theaters survive long enough, and we'll get there.
they will for now.
Halloween Kills coming to you when?
October
22nd?
15th of October.
15th of October
No,
is
I
when.
definitely want to see it, but I
Mike?
got to see the other
Yeah,
one
no.
first.
Yeah, you
Same
definitely
thing.
have to see the other one.
I'm a horror guy, so
You've
I'm
definitely
all-
seen. You saw
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one, yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
So I'm
Halloween,
looking
my
forward
favorite horror movie of all time.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah.
The original Halloween.
What? Oh, Matrix. We watched
Resurrections.
Matrix. The trailer for the Matrix Resurrections.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fourth movie in the franchise.
Of the
Directed
John
by,
Wick franchise.
Picking up.
Lana Wachowski.
Picking up nearly 20 years after the Matrix Revolutions, which kind of shit the bed, in my opinion.
Hey, wasn't the Wachowskis like a brother and sister thing, and they?
They're originally brothers. and-
yeah.
and then one of them was
But
trans,
they
and
were-
then
Oh my God, there's a bug.
and then now they're
It's a stink bug, Nate.
yeah. I saw him crawling around. He was crawling around over there before.
Bailey, will you please take care of the stink bug so Nate can go back to the podcast?
Is
please?
Nate? Are you actually scared of bugs?
No,
Oh.
but
Yes. The
Bug
so
fall.
But no, wasn't there two of
Bug
them? So what I'm saying is, did something happen to one of them that
So-
I don't know of?
no. Well, so okay. Well, so first of all, they used to be the Wachowski brothers. One of them was trans.
Is Lana? Yep.
Yeah, and then the other one followed, and so but they're not doing this movie together. It's
Gotcha.
just
That's
Lana,
what I was
it's
gonna
just,
say.
yeah, it's just
Okay,
Lana.
The
that's doing
original
this
was
one.
both of them, though,
Yes,
right? Correct.
yeah, and then Lily Wachowski is not involved in this.
Did you guys
one.
miss my bug fall joke? I said bug fall.
This is why we can't do the podcast because shit like this happens. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the Matrix Resurrections. I was skeptical because I was like, we don't need this. Like, Revolutions was disappointing, and that's coming from somebody who loved The Matrix Reloaded. I think The Matrix Reloaded is an incredible sequel, but I think that Revolutions just does a very formulaic job of wrapping up the story, and it's very basic and kind of just drops the ball that was set up by Reloaded. I think gives it a chance to redeem the franchise, and I'm especially excited because the Wachowskis don't make movies unless they feel like they have something really cool to do or something to say along with it. So the fact
Except for the third Matrix movie.
so the fact that Lana is returning to do Matrix Resurrections is a big deal, and I think that it's going to be something really cool. It has a Matrix vibe while being contemporary. It looks gorgeous. Like some of these shots put fucking Marvel movies to shame. Like Marvel movies look like shit compared to some of the shots in this movie.
Jesus Christ.
Buddy.
Hold the phone there.
But I'm
Really
just
I
aggressive.
like Marvel movies.
Mike,
Super aggressive.
as far as the franchises go, like, you know, Star Wars, Raiders, you know, the Bourne movies, Matrix,
Secret
all
Lives
these-
of Pets.
Daddy daycare, Nutty
Is,
Professor,
Is the Matrix up there for you, or are
all
you
the daddies movies.
all the daddies movies? I love the daddies movies. Are all is this are you a Matrix fan? Is it way up there for you, or just
It's
like
not,
their movies?
It's not way up there. And honestly, maybe it's because of Matrix Revolutions.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it kind of shit the bed. I like the first one. I thought was amazing. Really enjoyed it. And then Reloaded, I thought like the visuals and the action were just outrageous. I mean, hats off to that. I thought the story was okay. Where are we going with it? You know, kind of thing. But I was on board when Revolutions came out. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, and I think that because we were all so excited.
Yeah,
You know, that is just because your expectation that it wasn't ever probably going to live up to it, but still it
Yeah.
shouldn't have shit the bed that
kind
much.
of felt like the Star Wars.
Oh,
the last three.
Yeah, we all looked at Brad like he was gonna fight.
Well, I mean, 'cause seriously, like I got super excited with the
Force
first one,
Awakens.
The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi, I actually really liked.
Good.
Because it was different.
You're
and
on
I
the
was
right
like,
side
what are
of
we gonna do?
history.
And then, holy shit, what was the third one?
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker sucks.
That was
It's.
shit.
I remember. I saw a press screening for Rise of Skywalker, so that we could be prepared for like to do coverage stuff like that.
Ooh, you're better than us.
And when I
Trust
came,
me, that's called a humble Brad. We do it all the time with this fucking show.
when I came out of it, and like I got on my work Slack to tell them, like what was going on, and our managing editor Jacob, he was like, "How was it?" And I was just like, "Well," and like and Jacob was like, "Oh no," he's like, "If Brad didn't like this Star Wars, he's like, it's not going to be good because like they know me and our former editor-in-chief Peter Soretta, like we're kind of Star Wars apologists in a way. It's like there's some things in Star Wars you just forgive because it's kind of bad, and so if we don't like something that happened in Star Wars, then
sold
like
you on it.
it's gonna be rough,
Pretty problematic.
rough
for normal,
waters.
Normal
Yeah.
people.
But even so, like there's a lot of people who did love Rise of Skywalker, but like our friend of the pod, Charlie Young, he liked Rise of Skywalker, but also recognizes that it's not a very good movie, and some people just plain loved it, and I'll never understand that. So yeah.
Well, there are some like if this is analogous to sports teams, some people love their sports team and every decision they make, no matter what the decision is, and that's kind of like this. There are some Star Wars fans out there, of course, that just they can do no wrong.
Yeah, some people like the Bulls. Some people don't want to see them play against the Dodgers, and it's.
Do you guys remember though when The Matrix came out initially? It just changed for me.
Yeah.
Like, it changed what filmmaking can do. Like it was that like technologically advanced for me, but also it was the first film that I started looking at filmmaking as like they're trying to say something,
Mm-hmm.
And so The Matrix. I don't know if it's my favorite like trilogy, but it does hold this special place in my heart in my evolution of film watching and like
Yeah.
what I consider great filmmaking and why I watch films, because it was the first film that I remember seeing wow they're saying something here, right?
Yeah.
And and also doing something that's just beautiful and wonderful. Like
It didn't come for me because when Matrix came out, I was only
4 years old.
13 years old, I think. So I was still a teen, and I still liked it just for the action. But I do distinctly remember though, like hearing about the Matrix. I didn't get to see it in theaters. I watched it for the first time because I saw it at Kmart on the shelf, and like the box art just looked awesome because it was
You
this
stole it.
metallic VHS case and everything. I bought it and I went home and watched it and
it
just
had like the binary behind it, right? The ones and twos and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Kmart went out of business.
Yeah, exactly.
so
You
and
Brad Oman.
obviously I loved it for what it was, but yeah, it wasn't until like a couple 2 or 3 years later that I started like really paying attention to like the thematic elements of movies and like the subtext and like just beyond normal watching of
Mike,
movies.
how old were you when it came out?
What was it? 90.
90.
Use your
99.
microphone voice. Sorry.
Yeah, no. If I was 99, I would have been in freshman
Freshman?
in high school.
Oh, Ben's the oldest.
I was 17
Wait, what?
years old.
How old are you?
37.
Hmm.
I'm a year. Wait,
I'm
yeah.
40.
I'd either be in 8th grade
Yeah,
or
you
9th
are.
grade.
You're 40. You're
Depending on
Yeah.
you're a beautiful
when it
40
came out
though.
in 99.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were 2
I
years
think you
older
look
than
good.
me.
So
No, so yeah, but kind of going back, regardless of it shitting the bed on the last movie,
Yeah.
I am excited for this. It's been a long time since I've seen Matrix and Matrix Reloaded, so I'm definitely going to rewatch that on
Yes.
HBO Max just to kind of get me even more jazzed for it.
There's so many cool references and nods to the original movies here, especially because what they're clearly trying to do is something like a sequel wise is like well, the one thing I love most about this trailer is there's a lot of setup of like making it look like it's going to be like a Force Awakens kind of thing where it's like basically rebooting the original movie but
Yep.
doing it for like a new generation. But I think that Lana Wachowski's going to play with that a little bit and kind of like turn the expectations on their head and subvert what you think the movie is going to be by turning it into something
Because
completely
clearly
different.
some of the characters, or at least they're alluding to the fact that, like the Jonathan Groff character at the end, seems to know or indicate that they know they're in the Matrix.
So
right?
I don't think that they're in the Matrix. I think that in the Matrix, that Neo's character Thomas Anderson now, his place in the world is something where either the Matrix is a movie that is in that world, or a rumor that I've heard is that he's a video game developer who created a video game called The Matrix.
Because the Matrix exists in some fashion, right?
Yeah.
But what I loved about the trailer too, Brad, is that I don't know exactly where they're going. And
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
The best part of the trailer.
Yeah.
Is it was captivating. It was really beautiful. I don't know what they're doing though.
Yeah, exactly.
the year was 1999. I was on a plane to go to Hawaii.
Don't tell me you watched The Matrix on a plane for the first time.
I got lucky enough that my friend Brad Gibson, not really a friend of the pod, I don't think he listens, but Brad, if you do, hello. His stepfather was a pilot, so we got upgraded to first class.
Wow.
Right? So
Bougie.
awesome. Yeah,
Must be
Didn't watch it on
nice.
the
it was awesome. Didn't watch it on a plane. Got to Hawaii though, and his stepdad was kind of a dick and didn't let us do anything. We were two 17-year-old kids. We couldn't like rent scooters and go down. We couldn't go. We just had to stay in the hotel the entire time.
Did you get a pineapple?
You went to Hawaii and stayed in the hotel the whole
They
time.
wouldn't let us leave.
Did you get pineapple?
What?
Did you get pineapple?
They have pineapples in Hawaii.
Okay, yeah, sure. I had a pineapple.
Good pineapple.
Okay, good lord. What are you doing?
You're telling us about how you didn't get to do anything in Hawaii. I want to know if you had the staple fruit of the state.
This is a movie about that. Oh my god.
I
Brandon,
am
you're so
curious
bad.
though.
I like
Does a
this
pineapple
story.
taste different in Hawaii?
I'll bet you it tastes better.
That's what I'm wondering.
I like
you know?
this story.
You go to
Go ahead.
Guinness.
I'll bet you the peaches taste better in Georgia. I bet you.
It's gotta be,
I bet you
right?
the apples taste better in Washington.
So did it?
The pineapples were fine.
I want to put that on a T-shirt with Ben's angry face. The pineapples were fine.
With
So
a quote from Stephen King,
we-
that says it's terrifying.
They did let us go to the movies. So we went and we stood in line and we went to the Matrix on opening night. It was a Friday night. That's just when we ended up being in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I saw the Matrix in Hawaii. Blew my 17-year-old mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that this is incredible. This is what I want my life to be. I'm gonna choose my own destiny. Right. This is how you makes you feel that way at 17 years old. And I remember I've never told this story to anybody. I
Shh.
sat
Hey,
down.
don't tell us now then. Just keep it to yourself.
You know what? That's a fair point. All right, it's movie games time.
Don't
Brad.
waste this. Don't waste it. No, just go ahead.
No, but really though.
No, really.
Yeah, it's games time.
No, if you
No,
don't finish the
stop
story,
it.
I'm gonna be so mad.
I don't.
Nate's unfamiliar for me, just walking away from stuff. So, games time, Brad.
Come on, finish the
All
story.
right, so we finish the movie. Obviously, my mind's blown. We go and meet his parents for dinner, and we sit down, and his very staunch, conservative. How was the movie? Fine. Well, Ben, I know you're graduating next year. What are you planning on doing? Do you have a 5-year plan? It was kind of like that, and I remember being so just fresh off this movie, and I'm like, well, I feel like I just gotta make my own destiny. I'm just gonna figure it out as I go, but I'll make my own way. And Brad called me out on it. Like he just turns and goes, "That's from the movie." And I felt an inch tall. And I remember just looking at him, kind of like Stewie Griffin looks at Brian, like, why? You don't even like this guy. I don't like this guy. He won't let us do shit, and now you're calling me out in front of him? So, yeah. That's what I remember about The Matrix when it came out.
But hey, guess what? You know what? You did make your own destiny.
You know what, Brad's stepdad, who I can't remember your name?
Yeah, fuck you, Mel Gibson.
I made my own way. You know what? I did it my way.
Oh boy. Are you guys like
End
at
scene,
all
roll
like
credits.
worried? Like, because immediately when I saw the title, I was like, okay, what other resurrection movies didn't make it? So Alien Resurrection, I didn't really like.
Mhm.
Then there's Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are we gonna have a trend of resurrections where they don't?
And then the Easter story. I like that one.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Nate's a pastor, for all of you people that don't know. That's why that
Yeah, that was
Made
the
sense.
joke. That was a joke. But anyway.
the joke about the Easter resurrection.
When people become pastors, I wish that they would have said that they're pasteurized.
Ever heard that one, Nate?
I guess. It's a different spelling, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It'd
Are
be
there-
pastor
but I
hyphen
don't-
eyes.
I don't
Does the guy
know-
that determines who becomes a pastor, is his first name Louis?
No, it's God.
Is God's first name Louis?
Yes.
Louis Pastor?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You got
We're
it.
really gonna take this bit, huh? Because it's
Well,
that's
listen,
right.
I'm just trying to sneak in there that I knew who Louis Pasteur was.
No,
okay?
I was impressed. Did you learn that studying when
You
you
know
were
he's
in
not
Hawaii?
a pastor, right?
So the
Hey, did they have pineapple at the concession stand for the movies?
No.
Do you put pineapple in the
No.
popcorn?
Anybody else?
do you tell people when they ask, "Have you ever been to Hawaii?" Do you say, "I have" or no?
Yeah.
Have you been back since?
No.
Okay, so why would you say you have when really you've only been to a hotel room sitting in Hawaii?
I mean, we got to go to the hotel pool.
Yeah, that's like me saying, "Oh yeah, I've been to Ireland when I was just in a fucking airport."
That's basically how I felt. Clearly, we walked down the streets late at night when we got to sneak out of the hotel room. Like we did a little bit of that.
Like Sharks and Jet style.
What's that from? I didn't think you liked football.
I don't.
Just the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Only when the
Jets.
Dodgers are playing the Raiders.
Okay. Guys, we did it.
Crosstown rivals, right?
Oh, boy. Guys, you want to do anything else? You want to do movie games?
The Raiders are back in Los Angeles, aren't they?
The Raiders?
No, they're in Vegas.
No, Raiders in
In
Vegas.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Learn something new every day.
All right, Brad. It's your turn to sing the movie games theme song.
Why?
All
I'm
right.
not. But I'm not doing the games.
There are no games then.
I want to hear this theme song.
It's so. If you haven't listened to the show before, Nate,
I have. I just not this part. So
every theme
He's like,
song.
I turned it off after like 5 minutes.
Every
I
theme
tried,
song
guys.
for the games is improvised. It's always new.
okay.
Yeah. So Ben's bad at it.
I mean-
Famously.
I mean, just really bad.
Like, there's been times where we've been in the car and he's improvised a song that is very funny, and I'm like, why can't you do this on the podcast? And he just can't. Like,
I lock up like you wouldn't believe it. Like if I tried to rhyme something right now, I'm like, they're coming to have a good time. I can't literally even think of anything to rhyme with time right now. And there's like 9 words that rhyme with time.
yeah.
And go.
I can't do it.
All right. Who's doing it?
It's
Brad.
apparently it's supposed to be me.
So we switch off. Whoever writes the games or writes that episode.
Usually we alternate as far as who's doing the games, but I didn't do it today. So
So I wrote the games, but still, it is technically his turn to do the
All
theme
right,
song.
so
let's hear the Go Flicks
The
Yourself
stage is set.
games time theme
Brad
song. Brad
Oman
Frowen.
singing
Anything you
singing
got?
the theme song.
Let's hear it.
the problem is I wasn't prepared. And
Oh.
Do you usually prepare for the theme?
no, but like I just
Oh, is this?
I just didn't know
Do
that I
you-
would.
Oh my
Hold
God!
on, here
If
comes
I-
Brad.
Pre-writes it.
Ben.
He
Uh-oh.
pre-writes
What I'm
it.
saying-
do you pre-write?
No, what I'm saying is
no,
what-
he just confessed to pre-writing it.
What I'm saying is I know.
No wonder Ben has been struggling.
What I'm saying is I know when I am supposed to do the theme song, and so like when it leads up to it, like I know it's about to come, so I think of a song that I know I can change the lyrics
That's not what
to.
he's talking about.
Or
So he
it-
pre-writes.
and you know what?
No,
I know.
that's
You don't know because there's been times where on this show the theme song directly comes from the conversation that we have, and so
Yeah,
it's
because it's hard
always
to steer a
improvised.
conversation.
Oh, Nate, you were my friend. You were my friend, and now you are my enemy.
See, Nate knows how to do this. Towards the end of the podcast, when he wants to get the invite back, now he's back on my side.
He's gonna play us against each other.
He's doing it really
Playing
well.
us like a fiddle.
By next episode, it's just me and Flores on the podcast.
We'd like to welcome our guest, Brad Oman.
Brad and Ben aren't talking to each other, but we thought we would.
I'm Nate Loucks, and this is checks notes. Go Flicks Yourself, new podcast, I guess, where we'll talk about movies.
Movie trailers?
I don't know. I was on one time. I don't really remember what we did.
But I'm sitting at Ben's house, and he's mad in his room. I don't know why. But
Bradford, yeah, you're really bending this thing up.
I haven't even started seeing, so no. It's still the anticipation's still there though.
next time, give him a couple days to write something beforehand.
I know. I'm really learning.
give
a
me
lot about
give me
Brad.
give me a band.
Give you a band.
Give me a band.
Chumbawamba.
Oh, that is a solid choice.
That's such a
I
lame.
get knocked down.
I know what the song
I get
is.
up
I know what
again.
the song. So you do it then.
No, it's not my turn.
Let's play some games, and we'll ask some questions, and we'll maybe say some things about movies. We'll play some games, and I'll ask you some trivia, and you're going to tell me an answer that hopefully is right. I'll play some games, and Ben asks a question, and then I'll answer it, and it's probably good. I'll play some games, and Ben can't do this because it's not really very good.
Asking the question.
Pissing Ben off today. Pissing Ben off today. He takes a whiskey drink. 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 He takes a whiskey drink.
He takes a whiskey drink. He takes a whiskey drink.
He's
and
got
it's
a problem.
bed. All right, now we say. I have a problem. All right. I did bring out. We're going to play a couple just very short games. I threw some together.
Okay.
We do play this game called That's Gross.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to give you a movie, and you're going to tell me in millions of dollars. It's Price is Right rules, closest without going over.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's entire domestic box office haul.
Okay.
All right. And this time around, we're going to start with we'll start with Brad, then we'll go to Nate, then we'll go to Mike.
Yeah.
Halloween, the original Halloween.
Oh.
In today's dollars or in dollars from that day?
Not
Or-
inflated.
Not inflated.
Okay.
Wow, that is a good one. I will say
Brad's favorite movie of all time.
my favorite horror movie of all time.
As you heard it first, his favorite movie of all time.
I will say 54 million.
Nate Loucks.
34 million.
Ooh, that's a solid choice.
Michael Flores. Mikey likes it.
I'll go 40 million.
All right, Brad, you said 54,
Four.
and you're over.
Mm.
Nate, you said
34.
and you're under.
Mm.
And Mike, you said
40.
and you win.
Oh,
47 million.
nice.
Oh, good job, Mike. I'm really proud of you.
Well, it's really easy in Price is Right when you go last because
I know.
34.
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna
do I wanna
say
throw out that
$34,100,000 spent. All right, this is a dumb game. I'm gonna preface that because I wrote it in 5 minutes. It's a real dumb game.
Wasn't
Real
Brad
dumb.
supposed to do games?
He was, and so I had to save him as always.
I mean, that's not really how it worked out. He called me and asked me how the games were going to work this time, and I told him.
I said, "Who wrote the games last time?" And he go, "You did." And I go, "Well, did you write anything?" He goes, "No." I go, "Crap, I'll write the games again." Okay.
Well, because you were like, I got some games I've been working on for a little while.
That's not at all what I said.
That's a dead ringer for Ben.
I wanted to see what kind of games I could do on the show today. So I wanted to
that's
call
exactly-
you and see
Ben,
which
is that
ones.
you?
Did you? Did we do the one where I gave the character names and I did that?
All right. This game is called.
Oh. How do you spell that?
It's written out as Arnold Schwarzenegger noises.
In like a bracket or
Yeah, like with asterisks.
yeah.
So this game is called. I'm
Mhm.
going to give you 3 quotes. You tell me which one is not an Arnold Schwarzenegger quote from a movie.
Okay.
3 quotes.
You got this.
Nate, I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy.
Okay.
I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy.
Okay, yeah.
Do that the first time.
All right. You're a fucking choir boy compared to me.
Okay.
And surf's up, bad guys.
I'm going to say B is not a quote.
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me.
Yeah.
B is definitely a quote.
Yeah,
That's
isn't
from-
that Kindergarten Cop?
Nope.
It's The Predator? No.
No.
Commando.
No.
Jingle All the Way.
Do you just want to
Jingle all the way.
No, you know what? I'm going to let you guys keep going. Just guess the movie. So, Nate, what do you think? What movie? It's definitely from a movie. What Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Terminator.
Nope.
Terminator Dark Fate.
Nope. I'm not
Junior.
stopping. You have to guess it.
What's that one where he's
Junior.
Nope. Not Junior.
Eraser?
Nope.
Twins.
Nope.
Total Recall.
Nope.
Running Man.
Nope.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Someone say Total Recall?
Nope.
Someone say
Yes.
the original Terminator, Terminator 2,
Yep,
Judgment
nope,
Day,
nope,
any of
nope.
the Terminators?
Definitely,
Nope.
it's definitely not
Genesis?
those.
Conan.
Nope.
I wish you said that in Conan.
To take your enemy's land to watch the women's lamentation or whatever he says, and then he's like, "You're a fucking choir boy compared to me."
I'm gonna hate it when I hear what the right answer
It's
is.
End of Days.
Yeah.
All right, so that
Part
was
with the
I
choir.
did nothing. The
That's
pavement was his enemy. It was Twins. You're a fucking choir boy compared to me. Is End of Days, and Surf's Up Bad Guys is from my brain.
Okay.
All right, Brad.
I should have thought about that because
I wanna
no
hear him say
surfing
it.
movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So,
All right, Brad.
Hmm.
You think Quaid cares about the people?
Give
Damn
the,
it.
give the people the air.
Damn it, Cohagen. You got what you wanted. Give the people the air. And the third one, consider that a divorce.
The first one's not the real one.
Correct. They're all from Total Recall,
Yeah.
though. Nice job. I tried to trick you.
way to go, buddy.
All right. Last one. Mike,
All right.
who told you could eat my cookies? The code name of your assignment will be Boris, and your code name will be Doris. And lastly, surf's up, bad guys.
That's why this is a dumb game.
Yeah.
Surf's up, bad guy.
Yeah, Mike gets it.
Way to go, Mikey.
Way to go, buddy. Oh, yeah.
The second one is from True Lies.
Yep.
What was the first
Wow,
one?
that
The first one's from Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
The job's mission will be Doris, and you will be, and then she interrupts and says, Natasha? And he goes, no, Doris. It's great.
All right, what's your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? It doesn't have to be the best Arnold Schwarzenegger
It's
movie.
Predator.
What is it?
It's Predator, and that's both the answers to that question.
Definitely Junior.
My nipples are very sensitive.
No, it's Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
And honestly, that it gives it a run for its money. For even though Predator is my favorite movie, T2 is probably the better.
I
film.
mean, those are both great answers, and that's probably what I should say. But I have a soft spot for The Running Man because it's Richard Bachman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to apologize for The Running Man.
Stephen King's pen name.
Oh, nice. He was Sub-Zero, now Pure Zero, or something like that.
It's so bad.
It's bad,
so good.
yeah.
And then Richard Dawkins hosts it, and that makes it like 18 times better.
Yeah.
When he's not kissing women on
On the match game?
No,
Family Feud. Yeah. Very creepy.
Yeah.
All right, let's play the feud.
All right, Brad, did you bring Cinebuds?
The funny thing
what's it called?
is
What's the game called?
I got the box of cards out and I left it on my desk.
You really have.
I really fucked
struggled.
this day up when it comes to the games. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, like I'm not.
We normally
Like
play.
Ben is carrying this thing right now.
We normally play a round of Last Man Stanton, which
Or as we call it now,
Yeah,
Cinephile.
Cinephile.
Based on a card game of the same name where you draw cards and it's an actor or actress or I think sometimes even a filmmaker, if I remember correctly, and we go around the horn and you say the movies that they made until you have no more.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try to find somebody who has a large body of work.
Yeah, but we can still do it randomly.
Yeah, I've got one.
Oh, yeah, what we got?
Judy Greer.
I mean, that is true. That it is very large, and I guarantee you it's going to go very quickly.
Because I don't remember.
Judy Greer was in
We can just do Arnold
the
Schwarzenegger
trailer
again.
Resurrections.
We do
And
another
I feel
round
like every other film.
Yeah,
but
we
I can't
already-
think
we
of
already
one.
Might as well
did
just finish
that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger at this point.
Yeah, we did do Arnold. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what his maid used to say.
Yeah, he did have a junior with her.
He did.
Talk
Have
about True Lies.
Have I told this story on the podcast before? I know I've told you this story.
By the way, isn't it awkward that the son that he had with his mate is not like allowed in any other pictures with like Patrick or Catherine or anything? Like they clearly don't acknowledge.
Is that
it.
true or is it just a coincidence?
I don't think- Have you seen them together?
No, but I also haven't seen them much.
Hey, okay, so tell me this: you're a Twitter guy. So do you think the Twitter hate for Chris Pratt is well founded?
Is this a new thing?
No, it's not a new thing.
Or is this
it came
the
on
Jesus Church thing?
Yeah, it came from that.
He
like-
was following some conservatives online. I
Well,
think.
apparently he's donated like some to like religious organizations that are anti-LGBTQ and
Okay.
stuff like that.
So Chris Pratt hates gay people. I didn't know it.
According to Twitter, he hates everyone. But yeah,
I honestly don't know. I don't think that there's enough
that's my
information
thinking,
to really make a full judgment to like totally discard him because he does seem like a good guy. It does seem like he does some like nice things for lots of people and that kind of thing. So I don't necessarily know.
And everyone that works with him seems to like him.
Right,
Like,
exactly,
James
you know.
Gunn just speaks. Really
Nope,
well
I've
of
written him
Dave
off.
Bautista,
Yeah.
you know.
So I mean, yeah, I'm hesitant to just be like, oh, Chris Pratt probably sucks, and like if it comes out, then I'll be like, all right,
James
fine.
Gunn, the guy that had those tweets, that's who you want to say as a good moral character that can defend Chris Pratt?
Hey, do we all want to be punished
And
for our
a
past tweets?
WWE wrestler. That's the guy that I want to have.
I like Dave Bautista.
I love Dave Bautista. I'm just fucking.
I was
He's
gonna
great.
say, I like Dave Bautista.
I do.
Don't hate on Dave.
He could also rip me in half.
Don't hate on Dave.
Who's our actor, Brad?
Well, that's what I'm trying to bring.
Dave Bautista.
Actually, that's not bad.
All right.
He's only done like 5 films.
Oh, you know what? We have
easy.
two good ones right off the bat. Bill Murray and Will Smith.
Okay. I like it. I haven't done those in a while. Who do you want to start with?
Oh, I want to go back to the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. I've told you this story
Oh,
before.
sorry. Yeah.
I don't know if I've told this in the podcast before. If I have, fuck off. I did a set visit for the movie The Last Stand, which is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And it was kind of like
If you're just going to tell me the story about how you met Schwarzenegger again and make me mad, like I get it. You met him, and I didn't, and I never will, and it's made me mad.
Like he literally tells it on every episode
He's-
of the podcast.
And he prefaces it this way the whole fucking time. He's like, hey, I know I've told you this personally, but I don't know that I shared it with the people that are in this room right now. So let me bring it up. I was on The Last Stand. Ben, you know this. I met Arnold Schwarzenegger. I asked him questions. We laughed. We joked. I call him El Arnoldo Schwarzenegger because he's my good friend. So me and El Spielbergo and Schwarzenegger, we hang out.
I actually call him Schwarzenkopf, but but no, I was
You guys
visiting.
eat some fucking pineapple together?
No, we had bratwurst. Jesus, pineapple in Arizona. It wasn't even Arizona. It was New Mexico.
Hey man, Get your story straight.
Tell me about it.
right.
Anyway, The Last Stand. It's a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was kind of like a big comeback. He hadn't done movies for a while because he had been the governor, and so I did the set visit. We were introduced to him, and we sit down and we interview him during his basically like lunch break. You know, he came and sat down in the craft services area, and all the reporters gathered around to talk to him. And somebody asked him if he was still considering doing sequels to some of like the comedies that he had done before, because had been talk for a long time about doing Triplets, a sequel to Twins, and stuff like that. And this was shortly after there was the scandal with his maid and stuff like that. And the answer to his question, he literally said, he's like, well, we probably hold off on doing some of the family comedies because of everything that's going on. And it was just like, he was like kind of like joking, but also serious about it. It's just like, it's so funny to hear him be like self-aware, like, oh yeah, you know, because of this.
Because I fucked my maid, and so we really can't be doing that right now. You know?
But I met Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he was.
I hate you so much. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger so much. I have so much respect for him.
So the way we
Even
played
after the whole maid banging.
the way we
it hasn't tarnished. Here's the bad
That's
part.
the first thing you should say to when you meet him. You know, even after the whole maid banging thing, I still respect you a lot.
I'm probably gonna hang myself with enough.
I'm
give
so
myself
gonna
enough,
cancel you really
exactly
soon.
enough rope to cancel myself here. But it just didn't tarnish it for me. Like I still love the guy so much. He's just he's just so cool. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He was a very kind man.
I am unflappably dedicated to that.
So-
He's my Star Wars.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
He
is
can-
my Star
He
Wars.
can do no wrong.
So tell me, the way we play this game then, we go around, but do we do the Brad style where we look at IMDb while we do it, or
You son of a bitch.
That is the secret to his success. He looks these up ahead of time and then he goes, "Oh, here's two randomly." Did you
Yep.
see his computer screen?
Yep.
I know I didn't.
It's
So,
the
but he definitely-
secret to my success.
So the way this works is we'll start with Will Smith, we'll start with Mike Flores, then we'll go to Brad, then we'll go to Nate, then we'll go to me, and around and around. You have to name a Will Smith movie, full title only, no joke titles either, full title only,
no TV shows?
no TV shows, has to already been released,
Okay.
and full title. And if you get the
I'm
title
terrible
wrong,
at this. I remember.
you're
terribly.
out. And
Okay.
if you say something somebody has already said, you get to go. You still get to go again.
Okay, I'm gonna lose.
So repeats do not make you lose.
And you do have to say the exact title.
The exact
we
full
are
title.
sticklers about it. So you can't say Pirates of the Caribbean 2. You have to say Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest.
But Will Smith wasn't in that. You'd have paid for.
You're already
But
winning.
it was Johnny Depp.
Not the game.
Often
All right,
confused.
Mike, your first. Any Will Smith movie that you like?
Wild Wild West.
Bradford.
Twice the Wild. One price.
What?
That's the name of the movie. He's out.
You. We just said no joke titles.
Oh, what?
I literally just
Yeah,
said.
no,
Did
he's
I
out,
not
he's
say
out.
that?
What
Yeah,
do you
did.
mean?
You did.
I
Yeah, he
literally
said this is a
that.
very serious game.
Men in Black.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
7 pounds.
Men in Black 2.
Yes. Correct. Men in Black 3. Nate's having a good giggle off mic.
It's just such a cheat.
It's called low hanging fruit. That's all that is.
Oh, I can't think of the name of this. I'm gonna have to bow out because I can't remember the name of it. I'm terrible at this.
There's a lot of
guys.
other ones.
I know. But
Beyond the one you're thinking of.
I'm not good at this.
Go here's my suggestion. My honest to God suggestion. Go genre. Like in your head, go.
I thought you were gonna say my honest God suggestion. Go to imdb.com.
you know, dramas, comedies, action. Start cycling.
Well,
through.
I've got okay.
Think about the movies that Will Smith was in.
Pirates of the Caribbean,
not the
Dead
ones
Man's
that
Chest.
he was not in. Sometimes he wears a hat.
Actually, thinking of the ones that he's not in might help you too.
I
'Cause you
I've
can
got
narrow
like a bunch of
down.
them in my head. I can't think of the. I'm like the guy that's like, hey, what's the song title? And I never know because I can't remember anything because I'm getting up there in age. All right, I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm gonna bow out, but I'm gonna give you the hint. All right, that you get
Which
to
I do need.
What did you say before, by the way? You said 7 pounds. What did you say before?
Nope.
Oh, The Pursuit of Happiness.
No, it's right.
But the one with Kevin James. Go.
Hitch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I took the bullet for you, buddy.
Independence Day.
Yep. Gemini Man.
Independence Day Resurgence.
Yeah, he's not in that movie.
He's not.
I just saw it, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting. He never showed up. He didn't. And I wasted my hitch clue on you.
I was like, oh, I'm going to do the thing.
He said it so confident too.
I'm going to do the thing that Brad did with Men in Black, and I'm totally going to piss off Nate. That's all I was thinking about.
No, you didn't, though. You made me laugh.
Oh boy.
Right, Mike? You good with this thing, buddy?
All right, iRobot.
Good one.
Mm-hmm. I Am Legend.
Oh, fuck.
I've seen all these movies. I don't know why I didn't remember the names.
After Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that one.
Concussion.
Oh, that's a good one.
I hate this because I legitimately have like 6 more.
We've got Mike Flores.
Yeah.
Who's thinking right now of
A lot.
Will Smith movie as Brad Perlman looks at IMDb.
I didn't know he was in that.
That's Brad just doesn't like the headphones because he used to wear an earpiece, and they would just like his girlfriend be like in the driveway feeding him answers.
That'd be pretty good. That's smart, actually.
Get a lot of feedback. Oh no.
I can't think of anything.
It's hard.
All right.
All right, wait. No, Brad's got to get one to win.
No, it's just whoever was the last one to name.
No, these are the rules. Okay.
Fair enough.
Ali.
Oh,
yeah.
Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Aladdin.
Jersey Girl.
6 degrees
6
of
Degrees Separation.
I've seen all these movies. Why did
Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues.
Oh, yeah.
Not even if I could have got one of those.
What else?
I got one all together, so.
Enemy of the State.
Mhm.
Oh, I love Gene Hackman.
Will Smith was in. You said Ali.
Mhm.
And Concussion, of course.
What's the
Pursuit
new
of
one
Happiness.
he's coming out with about this?
Oh,
Williams Ghost?
with the tennis movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, King Richard.
Yeah,
That's
King
right.
Richard.
Not out yet,
I
though.
love his
so.
almanac.
What else did we miss? Let's see here.
I mean, 90s Will Smith was
Yeah,
action Will
I
Smith.
feel like we missed some in the 90s, but
Wild Wild West was said.
I know.
Yeah. No.
Hitch was said. That
Yep.
was 90s, right?
Hancock.
Hancock.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Hancock from 2003, I believe.
No, that would have been 2006.
2001.
No.
Ooh, 2006, yeah. Hancock.
Was it
yeah.
that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's right. Because
Because
Hitch was 2003. Anyway,
The new IMDb app is annoying because it is like it lists his soundtrack stuff first and not his actor stuff.
Can you not filter it anymore?
You can, but like I've never had to like scroll through to get to his actor stuff lower before. Usually it's right at the top. So, Bad Boys, all of them.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, guys.
Spies in Disguise, Bright, Collateral Beauty, Suicide Squad,
Focus.
Oh my God.
Winter's Tale,
Shark Tale.
Hancock.
Shark Tale.
Yes, Shark Tale. You're right. Yeah.
Ooh.
No, that's not that. Legend of Bagger Vance.
Oh, yeah.
Made in America, and that's pretty much it.
I'm just disappointed in us, honestly.
Did somebody say
I-
6 degrees of separation?
Yeah.
I said that late.
After the
game was over.
After
All right,
he-
last one. We're going to
after he
wrap it up.
fucked it up.
Last one, we're going to wrap it up. Nate, we're going to start with you.
What time are we at? Just
I don't know what this new thing.
doesn't it tell you at the top the
Nope.
time code? It
It's
says.
because it's on bars and beats.
Oh,
It's a
you
song.
can change it.
I don't want to touch things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nate specifically said don't touch things.
Last but not least,
Nate told me not to touch it.
welcome to the part of the podcast we called
Nate
Nate
told me not to touch it. It's a country song.
They told me not to touch it, but I touched it anyway. We went down to the park and then we stopped by the bay. We had a good time playing some stupid games.
See?
Next time you come over, we'll do it again.
See?
That's literally a Florida Georgia Line song.
He wasn't put on the spot to make the song, and so he was able to do it. But as soon as you tell him,
Bill Murray. And Nate, any Bill Murray?
Ghostbusters.
Okay, Brad.
Ghostbusters 2.
Mike.
Say Ghostbusters 3, but I'm not going to.
Ghostbusters Resurgence.
I'll go Scrooged.
I'm not going to say Ghostbusters 3, just like Mike. Instead, I'm going to say Stripes.
Groundhog Day.
Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Lost in Translation.
I'm going to say What About Bob?
Oh, that's a good one. Zombieland.
Caddyshack. It's the golf comedy.
Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Monuments Men.
Yes, for sure.
Space Jam.
Yes.
Good
He
call.
was
That's a good call.
absolutely in that.
The judges say.
Larger than life. That's the
an-
one with the elephants.
It's an elephant
Yeah.
movie.
I know.
Garfield.
What?
Oh, do you have to his full title?
Yeah, I think it's
The Garfield movie?
I think it's called the Garfield movie, so you might want to.
Okay, the Garfield movie.
Well, but you already said.
No, he said it though.
You can't say it after. He said Garfield.
And then he caught himself and said the Garfield
He
movie.
didn't catch himself. He was told.
I don't know. I mean, all you did was
I like how he's like, I'm going to check IMDb real fast.
I'm typing in just Garfield. Oh no, actually no. You were right. So you're fine. It's just
so
called,
you would have kicked him out of the game just then.
no. That's why I was checking. I didn't know for sure. That's why I checked. I wasn't sure. That's why I checked. We always check. It's called the rules.
Okay.
I love you, Mike, but we follow rules here.
No,
there
we
are
don't.
rules.
No, we don't.
I didn't watch my friends die face down in the mud.
St. Vincent.
Yeah.
The dead don't die.
That was my
Yep.
last one.
Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Is it Garfield 2, A Tale of Two Kitties, or is it Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties?
I think it's Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties, but if it's not, I'll gladly let
Follow your own rules.
Yeah.
God, I really hope it's Garfield 2.
Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Damn it!
Ghostbusters Resurgence.
Resurrection.
Resurrection.
I'm out.
Meatballs.
Spaceballs.
Spacefalls.
I got nothing.
All right, Bradford.
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Broken Flowers.
What a great movie.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Quick Change.
Rushmore.
Yeah, why didn't I just go through
the
all the
Wes
Wes Anderson's
Anderson
films?
Right?
You can do it.
Thank you.
Put your back into
Caddyshack 2, Electric Boogaloo.
it. You guys had the Shakaroni pizza at Papa John's?
Oh, God.
I couldn't even get it out.
It's got
without laughing.
pineapple.
Pineapple? Pineapple only.
It doesn't, actually. Just a bunch of pepperoni.
Ugh.
It's real good. Not even a sponsor. I just want you guys to know about it.
Because I care about you.
Yeah.
No hints, Nate. No hints.
You can't, just because you do it off mic doesn't mean I can't see you talking.
You know what? The Lord is watching, Nate.
Ben.
Don't cheat.
Ben, tap your leg twice if you can hear me right now.
We do have the headphones on, so.
Yeah, it's weird. All right.
Bill Murray.
I know there's too many.
Yeah. He
Still
started
left.
losing his hair pretty early on. Sometimes he wears a hat. He's been in.
The Razor's Edge.
Oh. The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Should have kept going with Wes Anderson films.
You can't remember them all.
The Life Aquatic was Steve Zissou.
I would say this. There's
I'm
more
going to say he
Wes-
did a voice in the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
He did.
He did. Yeah, there are
Famously.
more Wes Anderson films you guys haven't gotten to.
I know, Nate. No cheating. This is helping. Don't
No,
help.
I am checking and verifying your answers.
Osmosis Jones.
That is true.
Yes. It's a good.
My son was watching that when I got home. When he got
movie.
home from school today.
Weird.
Yeah.
I will say Charlie's Angels.
Correct.
Yes.
Ooh.
Get smart.
The Man in the Tree. That's not the movie, but he played the Man in the Tree.
Yeah.
The Man Who Knew Too Little.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very, very true. Coffee and Cigarettes.
That's a thing.
It's the first movie he was in that Jim Jarmusch directed, who also directed The Dead Don't Die.
How did you not know that, Mike?
You know.
How don't you know that?
How dumb.
You dumb son of a bitch.
You dumb bastard. Schooner is a sailboat.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that movie too.
It's got Munson out here in the middle of nowhere.
Mr. Roy, why do you have a bag of sugar in the back of your car? Why do you have to ask so many questions?
Ooh, this is a good one.
Is that the name of that movie?
No, but it's a musical.
Mad Dog and Glory.
That is true, but that's not a musical. But yes, we count that.
Ben's getting on IMDb.
Because we have to at this point.
I just keep my computer after like half an hour. It really goes dark. I gotta make sure.
You
it's
should
still
change
recording.
that.
I don't know how.
It's in your preferences.
I got so mad at you. I don't know how.
Easy, Grandpa.
We are. Yeah, I'm deep diving now, man. If I come up with another one, I'll be very impressed. I'm thinking I'm at my end here, but I'll throw it out there. Let's see here.
Oh, you guys have missed a very, very popular
I
one.
hate you so much.
We already said larger than
Wait, do you count voice work or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
long as it's a movie. that you
Yeah,
was in.
Osmosis Jones was already said, and the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, but there was
Was
another
said.
one that was very popular.
And trying to think of that one.
Oh,
You know.
I got it.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Nate? Why are you helping Brad?
I'm helping you. You're
Yeah.
the one that's going right now.
But now
I've
he's already
given
got one
you-
locked and loaded. So I say
I've
something.
given
He's going to
you-
say something else. Now I
I've
gotta
given
come up with
you.
a third
There's a
one,
musical.
you know?
I know how much you love musicals.
Bill Murray was never in a musical.
He kind of.
No, he was.
This
All right,
is where
this is
watching
getting-
musicals would have paid off.
I'll say this: this musical was done at our local theater club right before the pandemic that I went and saw.
Yeah, I got nothing. Brad, congratulations. I'll throw it out there that he was in. I'm gonna say Anchorman 2. The legend continues.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, what do you got for me?
The Jungle Book is what I
Correct.
have.
Yeah.
There you go. He played Baloo.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Little Shop of Horrors he was in.
Oh,
the
that's right.
musical.
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
He's not actually
he's
in
not.
that.
Did anybody name it Ed
Bert.
Wood?
No.
Ed Wood.
Oh,
Okay,
I
there
missed
you
that
go.
one.
Let's see. Wild Things
Nope.
Nope.
with
Forgot
Friends
that.
Like These.
With Denise Richards?
Nope. Yeah, he plays the lawyer.
Cradle Will Rock.
I
He
have
plays
only
the
seen
other
one
girl
scene of
in the
that movie.
threesome.
What about Hamlet?
Did you hear what Mike said?
No, what did he say?
I've only seen one scene in that movie.
That's great.
A movie called Speaking of Sex.
That might be the only movie where I've seen that scene a bunch of times and not the rest of the movie.
Broken Flowers.
I did the same
Oh,
thing.
Broken Flowers. Yeah.
The Lost City.
Did the same thing with Brokeback Mountain, Brad.
Did anybody say City of Ember?
No, they didn't.
Nope.
And we didn't say Zombieland Double Tap
Yeah.
or Isle of Dogs.
He was
Passion
in
Play.
Double Tap?
Apparently, I haven't seen the
Hyde
movie,
Park
so I don't
on
know.
Hudson?
I don't know how.
Which wait,
I watched
which one have you seen?
He's in Zombieland sequel.
You haven't seen that?
No,
You've not seen the Zombieland
that
sequel?
seems like
It's
a very
great.
popular movie.
it
It's a-
was,
it
and
was
then,
a-
but then I heard it wasn't very good.
No,
and so
it's
I was,
good.
I was like,
It's
"Eh."
good.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's not
I like
amazing,
it.
but it's worth
First
it.
No,
one,
it's
but it's-
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
it's
It's
not
It's
bad.
fine. So you should totally.
good.
You spend your time watching horrible movies.
Yeah, but like those are sometimes more interesting than the ones that are just like, eh.
No. It's not a. It's good.
Did you just burp into the microphone
Yeah,
like
for
a
you.
fucking 12-year-old
Yep.
little brother?
Yep. Because that was how I feel about your fucking flippant attitude towards Zombieland Double Tap.
Rock the Casbah, Aloha. I thought
Aloha was the one I was saying.
I thought he was in Dumb and Dumber 2, and he is.
But you have to spell it right.
I know.
It's not T-O.
Well, it's
Oh.
not, we're not
Oh.
spelling the titles.
Mike Flores,
Whoa.
Give us a kiss.
Nate Loucks,
Whoa.
thank you for being here.
Hey guys, this has been great.
Did you have a good time?
I did. I
Would you
love
would you be on
guys.
again in place of Ben as the co-host?
Yeah, you let me know when you want to do it. Here's the thing: is he can't hook this up without me right now.
That's what I'm saying. Is if we can do the podcast and you are the co-host, it'll always be easy to do this, and I don't have to wait for Ben to figure out how his computer works.
What do you
or
got going on in your life, buddy? What's going on? As we wrap this up, we like to give the people the ability to shout things out. We do it. We've got like
You
four
know, I
listeners.
got some things going on.
My mom listens.
yeah, you have anything to plug for the
Hi,
people?
Seal.
Hi, Mom.
Hey.
She doesn't actually listen.
Okay.
To anything you do.
Do you think Bailey will listen to this afterwards?
Nope.
I mean, she just did, so I doubt it.
So I got lots of stuff going on. I got a radio show I host. I got
It's called
I got
Sound Off.
a church and a nonprofit that I lead.
It's called
I
State Street
got
Church. And,
friendships I'm trying to
Pack Center.
manage.
Ben Conowitz.
Yeah, needy friendships.
Ben Conowitz again.
You know, wife, kids, all these kind of things that I'm trying to do, and you know, I do it adequately. I mean, I'm not like great at any of them, but I do what needs to be done, which is kind of my motto for life. Is just do enough.
Just do enough.
Yeah, and so
Just get by.
Nate, I want to point out an observation that I just had in my head, and I hope you don't take it as a.
I will. No, I
Take
get
it.
personal.
Take it.
100%.
I
As
get
an
hurt.
attack.
I get hurt really easily. But go ahead.
Sometimes your voice reminds me of a mild Bobcat Goldthwait. I said mild, not heart attack Bobcat Goldthwait.
Can I please light this on fire?
That's the most insulting thing.
No, it's
It's
okay.
not.
No.
Ever
I
said.
tell
said
people my voice
mild.
kind of sounds a little bit like Kermit the Frog as well. There's a little bit of that. It's okay.
I would describe it as like an indie Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
State Street Church. I
Yeah.
am Kermit the Frog.
I mean, Bobcat Gold. What is it? Gold. What?
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Is a movie maker now, right?
Yeah.
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 So you.
Hey, you guys ever go down to the gas station and you get yourself a honey bun and it's too sugary?
And that's what you think Nate Loucks
Yes.
I
sounds
said
like.
mild.
Wow.
I said
Wow.
mild
Hey,
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Hey Ben, if you ever want me to do this podcast,
you
it'll
get
be
rid
when
of fucking
Brad's-
Brad.
I will. Nate,
you know my stipulation.
Here's a dirty little secret. Brad says that to every guest, just so he can pull out that
But has he
kind
ever-
of decent
Has he
Bobcat
ever
Goldthwait.
hurt your feelings?
Brad works all week on one new impression. And then he goes, hey, and don't take this the wrong way, Sarah, or whoever.
But you sound like a mild Margaret
version
Thatcher.
of Vincent
Margaret.
Price. Oh, hello.
That's your Vincent
I'm
Price?
Sarah. No, I'm taking
I
this
know
out of
that's
first
the
name.
worst.
You sound like you're out of breath.
Wasn't Vincent Price the one who was just always out of breath?
No, what?
No, Vincent
That's a
Price had
joke.
like yeah.
It's a joke.
Maybe in his
funny
later
he's
years.
dead.
As he was on his deathbed, yes.
Good evening. This is Vincent Price.
I was running after a bus. And I missed.
I don't think that observation was totally bad. I think I do sound like a Bobcat Goldthwait sometimes. So I'm gonna give Brad that.
You sound like a deranged bird regurgitating food for their children.
It's Bobcat Goldthwait doing his best Tasmanian devil.
That is right on the money.
That was really good.
Mike Flores, tell the people what you got going on.
Hey, who does Mike sound like? Bobcat?
Yes, do tell Brad.
Oh,
No, I'm
shit.
serious.
Yeah, you got anything? Who's Brad sound? Or who's Mike sound like?
I don't notice any like
Nah.
immediate any voice to equate
Well,
me
that's
to.
fun.
Yeah.
Mike, tell the people what you do.
Nova Basement Systems for all your waterproofing basement crawl space needs and foundation repair.
Keep them dry.
Keeping them dry. All the rain we get. You don't want that wet.
We just got a bunch today.
Yeah.
There was even a
So,
rainbow.
It's a true story.
Yeah, I heard about
We were
that.
there.
Were
Heard
you
about that
when
on
we
the-
got
on the
here,
news.
Mike, and you were talking to somebody? Was that business stuff?
That was actually funny story. Long story short, it was one of my employees, but he was actually having problems with another company, working on his personal house, and he was calling to ask for my
Money.
that too, just how to handle the situation.
Okay.
So that way it would entice that company to want to work with him rather than fight him on whatever
Like,
they
hey,
messed up.
as the owner of a company that makes a lot of mistakes, what do you do when you totally fuck up somebody's house? Because they did that to me, and I need to know how to get the gravy. I need to get the good stuff.
I need them to fix this and not walk out.
So yeah, Nova Basement Systems for all your waterproofing needs. All of Northwest Indiana. Do you guys go Southwest Michigan? What do you guys do?
Yeah, we do Southland.
You're over in
Michigan.
South Bend, right? I mean,
Yeah, we go pretty much about a 2-hour radius, except we do not go into Illinois. So we'll
Does
go.
that,
You're-
include,
man,
that
you're
include
the
the
company.
lake?
What's that?
Does that include the lake?
Yeah, they go in the middle of
does.
shipwrecks.
There's a lot of boats that need waterproofing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
Boat houses.
Nova's the company, man. It's
Yeah.
been the company for years. You
Yeah.
guys do great work.
Yeah.
And as always, Brad Oman writes for Slash Film.
Slashfilm.com is the website. It's been redesigned. It looks great. Also on the Slash Film Daily podcast is where you can hear me a couple days a week talking about the latest movie and TV news.
Do you like that podcast better than this one?
It depends on the day.
Depends on how many impressions he gets to do.
Yeah.
None, a lot.
Yeah, sometimes Ben doesn't really like bring it, and so like the other podcast is funnier. So, but no,
As
if you want like a deep dive into the Matrix Resurrections trailer, we actually did like a real big breakdown. Me and our editor, former editor in chief, now editorial strategy consultant.
Can you just call him what
Just
he is then?
Fucking Peter,
Yeah,
man.
there you go.
Peter
Hey,
Soretta.
Peter, man, Eternal Champion.
Me and Peter, we did a extensive breakdown, and also one of our senior writers, Ben Pearson, just talking about the movie and like theories and that kind of thing. It's a lot of fun. Feel free to check that out, and on Twitter at Ethan_Anderton. And if you like the nonsense that we do about drinks and junk food every now and then, check out my Instagram profile called Brad's Junk. It's at Look at Brad's Junk on Instagram. Lots of soft drinks, junk food, collectibles, basically whatever tickles my fancy. I'm posting about it over there. And
we got Ben, Brad, and Beyond is our radio show on
That's
WIMS over in Michigan City.
lots of shenanigans.
Yeah, what do you do, Ben?
Not much. Laporte Seamless Gutter for all your gutter and downspout needs.
Best gutter company I know.
219-362-9972.
I heard
Yeah.
it rained.
It did rain.
They keep the water away from the house, and Mike gets the water out of the house.
Yep.
That's correct.
And then if you got stuff you need chucked, get rid of your shit, guys. 219-707-9117. Chuck it for all your junk removal needs. We'll take shit out of your basement, throw it away for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what we do. And Escape Room Laporte is closed, but Escape Quest Michigan City is open.
Good.
Good
Keeping
save.
you updated.
Hey, big
MCescape.com.
Big update though, right? For-
Halloween room.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Halloween room. It'll be by the time this goes on the air, it's open right now, guys. It's only open for about 6 weeks in the month of Halloween.
Get your
when
butts
you
there.
opening?
It'll be open as of this podcast when it's on,
How do you know when you opening?
like next week,
Is this not?
Okay,
September
Is this
24th.
not on?
This is
like,
going to be out
live?
before that. So
September 24th.
I'm a radio guy. Is this not live?
today is the 20th, right?
Yeah, 4 days from now.
Yeah, it's going to be out before that.
Oh, okay. Well, you just gave yourself
When's
a hard
this up?
deadline. I love that.
I ain't fucking around.
You heard it here
The
first.
podcast is back, guys.
Oh,
It's
boy.
back, and today is September 28th, and Brad was a
Recording
liar.
our second one by then.
If the escape room is open before this podcast comes out, I will eat a hat.
Made of actual hat material?
No.
Oh, okay. Just a hat made of
Like
like
a nacho
nachos.
hat.
Yeah, I knew where that was going. Well, thanks for being here, Mike. Thanks for being here, Nate. We really do appreciate
Hey,
it.
this was a lot of
Thanks for
fun.
having us.
Brad was here too. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?